we are, episode 13.
Trust the System.
Trust the System podcast. I'm Phil.
I'm Seamus.
I'm Sparno.
And last week, let me tell you, another big week, and it never ends.
Win.
When will it end?
Sparno on the high moons today.
High moon.
Holy shit.
Great week.
All right, we went 29 and 19 last week. That's including basketball, college, NFL. That's a 60% week. I'm doing percentages now since we did it last week.
Wow.
So we're 62% total on the season. As I said last episode, that is better than your professional gamblers out there. So once this shit goes private, once we start asking for money to give picks, you know you can pay for it, and you know it's going to be good.
Well, look, people are already taking notice of us because you probably realize we're not in our usual location.
I forgot about that. I'm like, oh, here we are, Growlers. All right. We're in Archie Grand.
Archie Grands and White Plains.
You know about it more than me.
I know a little bit, Sparno. You
Sparno
know
knows
I know a little bit about it.
Yeah. But there's a special reason why we're in Archie Grands.
Well, we'll talk about that later.
We'll get there. You want to go back to the picks?
Yeah. So here we are at Archie Grand in White Plains. Last week, we went 6-3 with our picks on the show. That's really good. That's 70%.
That was good.
We went 22-16 picks off the show. As I said, look, February, October, November has been good. Honestly, we've had winning records with picks off the show since
There was 1 week, maybe?
Week 8, we've had, week 9 was the only week we didn't have a winning record. And then 10, 11, 12, all winning records.
Yeah.
And actually, week 8 was the only week that we didn't have a winning record overall.
Wow. Got to remember.
No, week 9.
That's still pretty good, though.
Week 9.
Yeah, it was 4 and 5, I think.
We did 4 and 5 on the show, and we did 8 and 12 off the show. Week 9. That was our worst week of the year, and that's really not even a bad week.
I know.
No.
Most gamblers have way worse weeks than that.
I had 1 in 13 weeks before.
Yeah. I mean, listen, if
On the show.
I know on the show.
I know a lot of you guys, you've wisened up now. You're following us, and good for you because we're killing it. All right, so we went 11-6 on college football last week, 9-7 on the NFL. You know what's funny? As the NFL stopped being so good, the college has been better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, we've been talking about this all year. System is just, it's just the way it is. Sometimes NFL is good, sometimes. So you can't just sit there and take our picks and pick and choose from them.
Yeah.
Because sometimes the NBA is going to be the best. Sometimes the NFL is going to be the best. Sometimes the college is going to be the best. And we can't predict that. Only the system can predict
Yeah.
that.
But also, I mean, from personally, I think like people talking to us, they're always like, oh, you're betting too many college. You're not that good at college. I take that shit personal. So we're fucking like, we've not flipped the college.
We hit it hard on college lately.
And I was telling you guys earlier, my friend Ray, shout out to my friend Ray, he took all our 1 o'clock games this week.
on NFL
And
Sunday.
We didn't do good at 1.
Yeah, we did bad. We
And
went
after
2
that,
and 5
he's
and
like,
1.
Fuck the system. And then 4 o'clock, we did great.
Yeah.
I did great after that.
You said we had 19.
Of course.
But you got-
Here's a guy, Ray, who came week, 12, and wants to take our 1 p.m. NFL games. Meanwhile, the rest of the week,
He judges the whole thing on 1 o'clock on Sunday. That's so fucking
But you gotta
stupid.
go-
that's how people are, man.
Yeah, you got to
Yeah.
bet every game. It literally the same thing.
You shouldn't be like that.
Nah, look, people are smarter than that. They're like, it was a funny week because you said we had 19 losses. I think between 7 o'clock on Saturday and 4 o'clock on Sunday, so that like 18-hour window, we had like half our losses. It was just a weird time.
More,
And then-
really.
I believe that it seems like Vegas did a give back week, kind of last week, even though we went 29 and 19, which was great because hopefully they did do a Vegas give back.
Because another huge week's coming up.
Because then we'll have a nice week this week. So we're doing this show on Monday. We usually do it on Wednesday. We had to do it on Monday.
There's a reason for that too.
Our cameraman is going on vacation. Very nice.
I'm working. It's not a vacation.
Oh, I'm sorry. He's working. He's working. He's working away from home.
Putting his feet up, yep.
So we had to make him work on a Monday.
And honestly, there's another reason which I'll explain later. But I guess, do you want to go into our recaps then, or
We do our recap first.
do you have anything else?
I just want to
say?
talk about
60%?
how that Vegas give back thing real quick. So
ahead.
the 7 o'clock was bad on Saturday. The 1 o'clock was bad on Sunday, and it actually looked like a Vegas give back because honestly, this guy came into Growlers last week and he told me Vegas has had the biggest year of recent memory on sports gambling, which means I feel like maybe they did a give back on purpose. Like that Texas spread -7 was so obvious to take TCU. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
So TCU winning that game is actually kind of good for us, even though we lost that bet. It's good for us because Hopefully that won't happen this week, and we can just have a really big week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No,
Seamus
yeah.
knows.
I would say
Sparno knows.
90% of fucking batters were probably on TCU.
Yeah. Everyone, how do you not take TCU +7 in that game? Only if you know this show, you're going to take Texas.
Yeah.
You know?
Say, look, we lost that one, but you do that 9 times out of 10. You're on the right side of it.
And the good thing about it is that we had a huge week before that, and then that happened, and we lost it. But that's okay because, look, maybe this week could be even huger.
I think it's going to be a big
And
week.
honestly, I've had weeks in recent memory, the last 5 years, way bigger than the biggest week we've had this year so far. So hopefully we're still coming.
It's coming. It's
We're
coming.
just getting started.
This man said it. You heard it from his ears. You heard it from Sparno's
just
mouth
getting
to God's
started.
ears.
Yes.
From Sparno's mouth to the Archie.
Go on.
It doesn't get more corny than that. I'm trying to make some kind of Archie
Not even
Grand
sure I
joke.
get it.
All right, let's get into the recap.
All right, well, Sparno starts.
All right. I went 2-1 this week.
Nice
Ooh.
week.
Pretty happy about that. The first one
Very good.
I lost Baylor -2.5 versus K-State. They lost 31-3. Baylor played awful that game. They didn't even score a touchdown.
Yeah, that was really bad. I can't.
And it's okay. It was a Phil special.
I felt like it was fishy, but that's okay. We took
Unranked
it anyway.
team, favorite against a ranked team. I thought that was a good pick, but listen, it
Look,
happens.
they can't win every time.
Can't win every
It's
one.
too obvious if Vegas does that every time.
But like even that's what I'm saying. Like, Vegas doesn't even know what's going on. They give a line of fucking 2.5 and Baylor lose by fucking 28 points. Like how did no one
I
can
know.
fucking that's just an anomaly, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it happens. Whatever.
You know what? Honestly, if K-State was like -10 in that game, we probably just wouldn't have bet it.
Yeah. The spread was fishy.
Yeah.
So that's the only
Very
way.
fishy.
All right, then I won UCF bounce house versus Tulane. They weren't in the bounce house.
No,
But they were bouncing.
Bound house too.
They were in the Tulane house.
They were in the Tulane house. They won 38-31. They won outright, even though they're +2.
That was one of our favorite games
That
of
was
the
a
week.
good game.
Yeah, a couple of those games were great. That game was great. Even watching it, man, their fans must travel because they really are.
Well, honestly, that's not too far. It's New Orleans. Tulane's in New
Tulane
Orleans.
is? I had
Yeah,
no
it's
idea
pretty
where it
close. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that
Good
far.
game to watch.
And then Patriots. That's my pick of the week. Patriots +4 versus the Falcons. They won the game outright too, 25-15.
What are you talking about? The Panthers.
Panthers. I'm sorry, Panthers.
I was like,
Panthers.
Patriots.
I
We
was,
got Patriots this week.
sorry. Wow.
Thursday night football.
Thursday football.
We had
Panthers.
your
that
nice
was your
little
first-
clip.
that was your
I know,
first
I
pick.
found
Yeah.
it.
Your clip, you went famous.
You went viral. It happened that long ago. You forgot who it was.
totally forgot.
You said the Patriots. I was like, I don't.
Panthers. Panthers +4.
And
They
you know what's
won.
funny about that? Thursday was a huge day for us. We went 3-0 on Thursday.
Yeah.
Usually Thursday's been bad.
Yeah.
See, that's why you can't predict it, folks. You can't just, I'm not going to bet Thursday. I'm not going to bet Friday because they haven't been good. You got to just bet the system.
Week to week.
Yeah, they're just begging to see the Falcons here. And to the Panthers, system, and easy win.
It was a system under.
And we had the under on that.
And under.
Yeah, we hit both.
I actually had a monster day. I
that was a great
first
day.
half game,
And we had the Heat.
money line.
That was actually the best day of the week.
That was the best day. 3-0 with the Heat. I actually parlayed the
Parlayed.
3. It's funny because the day before, I told the guy not to parlay the bets,
Yeah.
and then I parlayed the 3. Sometimes when I get 3 good games, I'm going to parlay it on top. I never parlay alone,
Yeah, you can't.
just to let you guys know out there. I never just parlay. I always bet straight, and then if I feel it's like it's going to be good, I parlay
Yeah,
them
if you're
as
feeling
well.
fruity, put on the parlay.
I can't stress that enough, that you have to just take every game straight. I say it every time.
All
All
right,
right,
so I'm at 2-1.
That was Parno
Seamus.
2-1.
let me go.
Oh yeah,
sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me go. No, when we do the picks, I go less, but
Fair enough.
I went 1 and 2.
You should have even maybe went first. Then.
I went 1 and 2 for the last 2
Wow,
weeks.
what a loser!
Can you believe it, folks?
This guy.
But it doesn't matter because we went 29-19.
That's good.
Yeah.
So
Doesn't
I'm
matter.
taking. It's not like I'm only betting my 3 games. I'm betting every fucking game. You kidding me?
You bet my 3 games?
I love Seamus's 3 games, and I bet them really good. So I had Wake Forest and UNC. Wake Forest -4.5. They lost 34-36. And you know what? That's another Vegas give back right there. That was too obvious. UNC was ranked, I don't know, 17, and
Yeah.
Wake was ranked
22,
They
right?
weren't ranked. They
They're
were
either
ranked.
22 or they're on-
22.
they're
No,
on
they
22,
were
17.
ranked.
I think they're
And
22.
I think UNC was home, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So -4.5 Wake.
Nothing made sense. Enough.
Doesn't make sense. That's why we took it. I'm always going to take that kind of bet. Not always, but 90% of the time I'm taking that kind of bet. And you know what? You can't win them all.
You
Plain and
can't.
simple. Texas TCU. Jeez, we had Texas -7. Damn.
Slaughter.
I don't know what else to say about that. Texas lost 10-17. Honestly, that game, man,
it was so
I had a
boring,
big
too.
week last week, but if Texas would have covered that spread, oh my God. Every single parlay I had on Saturday had Texas in it.
2 weeks in a row, I also did the same.
Every
sucks.
single
You
one.
did
I had
the
like
same
8
thing.
parlays, and all of them had Texas.
Had tax. That's happened 2 weeks in a row because the week before, remember, I picked Memphis.
Yeah, I had
them
the same thing going
parlays
on
and everything.
there.
Same thing again. I followed you, and
Oh, man.
fuck, it was disgusting.
But you know what? Sometimes that happens. That's why I say it might have been a Vegas give back because, look, that's too obvious. TCU is ranked number 4 in the nation. They're 9-0, and they're +7 against a 6-3 team. I mean, look, we're always going to be on that -7 side. So, look, you've been doing good. If you stay with it, stick with it. All right? Sometimes it happens.
Yeah, you're not
What
going
are
to
you
win
gonna
every
do?
single bet. You
Can't.
can't lose some, so it happens.
That one was such a fishy one. You know, that was a Vegas give back.
Another one.
Vegas was doing that to tell people that they don't scheme. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was like some kind of...
To give an obvious line, everyone fucking bit, and the people who bit won. So now Vegas get to fucking dick around
Now,
for it.
now they
this
gotta-
week, maybe it'll be like one of those...
They'll do the same
All
thing
those
again.
guys like TCU now.
That's them.
Yeah.
People bet $100 in that game, they won $100. They see the same line now this Saturday, they're going to double it up.
Yep.
And they're going to lose.
And we'll be on the same side again, and we're going to win.
And that's the line.
All right. And my only winner, my lowly winner, my boys, Texas Tech. What's his name? Went there from the Chiefs. My boy, Mahomes.
homie.
What's his name? The greatest
He's
player
my
in
boy.
football history. Mahomes. Don't even know his name. You know why I don't know his name? Because I don't care about names. All I care about is spreads. The spread of the game. Does it look fishy? Does it not? That's all I care about.
That's it.
I don't care about the players. I don't care about the coaches. Doesn't matter to me. Texas Tech, -3.5. 43-28 against Kansas. Kansas has been great all year. We've said it before. Kansas has a great team. They've been playing great teams every year, every game. They've been doing good. Texas Tech didn't play good against against good teams. Now, I gave you the -3.5, my only win of the day of the week, and it was great. That's it.
All right.
That's it. See the best.
That was
to
the
last.
longest recap I've ever done.
It was.
That
And
was
it was
crazy.
a losing one.
We might have to cut this
I
episode
would
short now.
just brush by it, to be honest. So I went 3-0. First, actually, week I went 3-0. I've been 2-1.
First time?
2-1. Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
I'm so surprised about that.
Yeah, no, I've a lot of 2-1 weeks.
Farno even went 3-0.
I know, that's
I
the only
did.
embarrassing thing. I don't know what happened there.
embarrassing.
You know what we're talking about me now. 3-0, the first game. Actually, before I talk real quickly, you deviated from this system of us having 2 college picks and 1 NFL. And you also went 3 at 7 o'clock.
That's the problem. We're never going to do that again.
Never again, right? Want to move away from that.
I
That
actually texted Seamus this morning about that.
yeah, it's not system.
We can't take one person can't take 3 games at the same time.
No.
Just because you know how it goes, folks. If you've been watching the show, if 12 o'clock's good, 3 o'clock was good too. 7 o'clock
was bad.
I had a feeling I was going to get fucked, and I did.
You
so.
did actually. He said that before.
got all the
but-
I said it before the
I know.
game started. I mean, it's not an excuse. It's
got
real.
all the excuses.
Because we talk about it every time. I know. Yeah. All right. It's
He slags us off for the Jacksonville excuse. And he's all right, well, back to me. I went 3-0. First game was 12 o'clock on Sunday. Sorry, Saturday. There was LSU. The number 7 ranked LSU were playing Arkansas. So the line when I done the show last week was 3.5. Right before the game, within 30 minutes, the starting quarterback of Arkansas got ruled out. So the line just like jumped up to 6.
It went to like 5.5.
I think it went up
Me and
5.5.
Seamus got scared, honestly.
A little feared.
I had a million parlays with Arkansas because we told you, take Arkansas on the parlay, pick of the week, Arkansas.
It was.
Pick of the week. And honestly, we got a little scared. We were texting back and forth, me and Seamus, about it. We
This
said, look at
was-
that line
yeah.
going to 5.
This is one of the things where we talked about a few weeks, or maybe it was a month ago, where we're like, shit, do I need to put in like the fucking replacement pick?
We almost actually canceled it, but we said, you know what? It's so system.
No, it was. And look, I said it ended up 13-10. The third string guy came in. I don't know nothing about him. I watched this game. I mean, Luck's born 13-10, but Arkansas, they played real good in defense, a lot of turnovers. And
Yeah.
This
They were crushing on. I watched it too. It was a great game.
This is a perfect outcome. Nice start today. That was 1-0. Got me to the 3:30 game, which was North Texas playing UAB. So North Texas are 6-4. UAB was 4-5, and yet UAB were 6.5.
Yep. And UAB is becoming a show favorite.
System favorite.
Yeah, I like them.
Like
They're not going to be up here. I'll tell you that much.
Never.
never. That's reserved for people like our
Do you like
guest.
it, Vinny?
So anyway, I said UAB with -6.5. They won by 20 points. Look, I don't know if you know this here. I'm a fucking CFF. That's a certified fish finder.
Boom, boom, boom.
Why is a team?
Wow, look at that chest too.
Why is a
Holy
team 4 and
shit.
5?
Super Seamus.
Why is a team 4 and 5 playing a team that's 6-4, 6-point favorites? Makes no sense. Said watch this game also, was never close. When I looked at it last week, the stench of fish off this was just going up my nose. I was physically sick. So I bet them and I won.
Uncooked fish too.
2-0. Final pick.
Fresh out of the lake.
I don't deviate from the system. I went NFL, Cowboys against Packers. Angelo made a great reel. I know you all saw it.
Oh, yeah.
Greatest reel of the season.
Maybe second best.
That was a great game to watch.
No,
Oh
the reel.
my
I thought
God.
about the reel.
The reel was great. The reel was good.
The game was awesome. So we worked yesterday, and lucky enough, we got out at 6 o'clock, so I was able to catch the second half. So Dallas went up with 2 minutes left in the third quarter. They went up 20-14.
It was 21-7 Packers. And then
No, there was at
Yes.
one stage. No, I'm telling you,
It was 14-28.
Yes, Cowboys went 14-28 up with 2 minutes left. They
Yeah.
went into the fourth quarter down 14 points. I'm telling you,
You're
that
right,
makes
you're right,
100%
you're right.
sure.
My bad.
Because what
I knew it
happened-
was something like that.
What happened was, so we went over to watch the game, and there's one of Sparno's boys, or JP's boys, Chino. He watched the show. As soon as Dallas went that, he's like, I don't know why the fuck I bet the Packers. They suck. I wish I went the Cowboys.
Why, did he say
And
have the
he
system?
literally said that.
Did he
yeah,
bet it 'cause
he
of
loves
the system?
Yeah.
And I was like, what you just said is fucking music to my ears.
Yeah,
I was like,
yes.
just you watch.
Yes.
Just you wait.
We love when people talk
It's
shit
the
mid-game.
greatest
You have
thing
no
in the
idea
world.
what I have to deal with this
yeah.
guy
Oh, that guy.
mid-game
But you do the same
every
thing to
time.
me.
Not even
I do
mid-game.
that.
First quarter.
I do
Oh
it
my
because
God.
you do it though.
3 minutes in. Oh, fuck.
But you know what really made that even better? The fucking scumbags we had to deal with at work.
Oh, because of
Jesus.
Cowboys fans.
Yes.
Yeah.
They all
Cowboys fans
and they're the
are.
most
I'm
miserable.
gonna fucking generalize you all. They all fucking suck.
They do
They're
suck,
the worst
man.
fan base in the world. They cheer over nothing. I don't really
Yeah.
know when they won a Super Bowl. Not in my fucking lifetime.
And how much do I love our Giants being better than the Cowboys,
Oh, my God.
baby? How much do I love it?
But watching them, and then the game before, the Buffalo game, it went to overtime.
Yeah.
So I was on Fox, and they couldn't get the game on because they had to watch the end of the overtime. They're going to put the Cowboys on. I'm like, it's on fucking Fox.
Yeah, there's nothing we can do about it.
Call fucking Fox. All right?
Oh,
Don't
because
fucking
it was the
bother
Bills
me.
game, right?
The Bills game went to
Yeah, yeah,
overtime,
yeah.
so they couldn't leave that game.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Cowboys
yeah.
are
They
slated
missed
right
the whole
after.
first quarter, and they
Yeah,
were so
they-
pissed. And them losing even made it even better.
I think
Like,
some of them
fuck.
left. They probably
Really?
went home,
Thank
went on,
God.
turned their own TVs on, and they're like, "Why the hell the Bills game still on?"
Yeah.
Like they had no idea.
Let me tell you something. That spread started at 5 points. It went down to 3.5. Everyone and their mother had the Cowboys. Why is that spread going to 3.5? You know why? Because these three sharks moved that fucking line to 3.5. That's why.
lines. So that got me 3-0. First one. Overall, I'm making a big comeback in Phil. And that's all I got to say about
All right.
that.
Is it time for a guest now?
I think it might be time for the guest. Our
guest
guest,
time.
Mr. Vinny Ninzatti.
The
folks.
infamous Vinny.
We talked about him every fucking
talked
Every
about him.
episode. He's never missed one episode, but now he's finally going to be on the goddamn
He's on the
episode.
list
He-
of the system killers and it's system
Killer
of
of
joy.
Joy.
Killer joy.
He's
We
Killer
might have
Joy.
to change that to bringer of joy.
He's a
for
bringer of
this
joy
episode.
today.
Today he's going to bring joy.
Vinny's definitely,
Hopefully.
you were saying about Angelo, but I was like, Vinny's probably the biggest diva to get on this show because we've been trying to get him on. So we always record on Wednesday.
He's too famous, man.
He records on Wednesday. I want to do Monday. Okay, we record in Tucko. I want to do it in White Plains. So he comes on in White Plains. So with that,
It's like, it's
he gone?
ridiculous.
He left.
We'll get him
We'll have
on.
to
No,
get-
we don't have to. We can just cut to the.
And,
we can just cut to the.
and that's the
I
show.
guess we're just waiting for Vinny.
That's the end of the show, folks. Vinny was great. So Vinny, we all know Vinny. Well, me and Sparno know Vinny. I know Vinny since Vinny was this tall.
Which
Which he still is.
I know Vinny since he was this tall. Same height as he is now. But in 7th grade, 5th grade, he was this same height, I believe. So
I met him in high school.
I don't really remember him as a kid. Honestly, he was 2 grades older than me. When you're in grammar school, you don't hang out with the
you
kids
don't
2
hang out.
grades older than
Well, high
you.
school, you guys
They're
kind
way
of
too
right?
old than us. In high school, I knew like him and Hayes. They were like best friends.
I had a lot of classes with them. We're in the same,
But
we're in the same grade.
when you got to high school with Vinny, you must have been close with him.
Yeah.
real close, yeah.
So
That's
how
the
was
time.
Vinny in high school? Was he worse than you or?
No. He just liked to watch me. I was a big bully, and he liked to just watch the bullying.
Yeah, he's a big
he's a
antagonist.
watcher.
Yeah,
Get it
It's
going.
Arnold, who's here? Yeah, get him again. So he would just egg me on the whole time.
I may as well get him on.
So that must be why Sparno got the job at Brazy because he
Yeah.
wanted to, have someone else to do his bidding for him.
Yes, exactly.
Good. Great word, bidding. All right, so here we have Vinny. Boom.
All right.
All right, here we go. We got Vinny on the show. Finally.
System killer.
System killer.
I'm not cheap. That's all I gotta say. I'm
Yeah,
not
we have to
fucking
pay him
cheap.
a
my
fortune.
God.
Look, he can't
He's
even
on his
watch.
phone.
He can't even pay attention on the show, this guy.
Sunday best.
I'm not fucking cheap. That's all I gotta say.
All right, so how we met Vinny. I met him, he
Oh,
went,
let's do a little cheers.
oh, yeah. Forgive me on the
Making
show.
fun of me for like fucking 3 months. Here. God damn.
Fireworks for Vinny.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Me and Vinny went to the same grammar school, so we knew each other since we were little kids. I just said, like, I known him since he was this tall. So, you know.
Yeah, oh, good one.
I don't really have a story about how we met, but maybe
Me
Smart
too.
or Seamus
I went
do.
to Stepanek, and that's where I met him. Once I went to high school, and we became good friends just because I was a big
Jackass.
I was an idiot, and Vinny loved it. So he just liked to.
But do you want to know how I remember, like, we first really started becoming friends was Matt Copey. So this kid, Matt, was like really, really, I gotta get it.
No, it's good. I just want
All right,
to
let me get the sweet spot. All right. So this kid, Matt, was just a really nice kid.
Real smart.
Super religious, smart, but not that fucking smart. Like, let's not give him that
You
much
thought he was
credit.
smart.
know where he is or no?
Nah, he's probably.
Actually, I seen her brazen a few times.
No
like,
way.
A long time
Really?
ago. Yeah, when I was first there.
Damn, I feel like he's fucking rescuing, like, you know,
Yeah.
fucking animals or some shit. But so this kid would he could have been in honors, but he chose not to be in honors. So he chose to be with all the kids that
Or normal.
are normal or just not like super
Be below.
smart.
I was in honors. I was in honors. So the below normal kids.
Anytime a teacher would ask my question, we'd go on this rant, and this fucking guy.
Yeah, well, actually,
Yeah,
and go on a big
hey.
rant.
And
So every time he did it, I'm like, Kobe, shut the fuck up. Every single time. So then every time he started talking to me, he'd be like, yo, Smarno, say it. I'm like, Kobe, shut the fuck up. Every time.
Actually.
and it was like really, really obnoxious and loud, and I don't know how you never got in trouble for it. 'Cause
I don't know
it makes
how he,
no sense.
now I would.
Wait, did
Nowadays,
you
I
ever
would.
get actually like detention or suspended or
For
anything?
that? Oh,
No,
I got,
like in general.
a million detentions. I never got
Yeah,
suspended.
I got a million. I got suspended every year. I never got.
I was always on discipline probation every year. And I would always steal the detentions at home. Like they would send me. Like,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
And they would
Intercept.
send it.
The
I'd
yellow,
intercept
the
it.
yellow,
Intercept.
the
So
yellow,
parents were
the yellow went
We
home.
used to do that
Yeah.
too.
Right, the yellow went home.
So my parents
White,
like no
pink,
detentions.
yellow.
I used to intercept they used to mail the report card.
Yeah.
I used to intercept that and try to change the grades.
So I intercepted all the detentions, and then like at the end of the year, they're like, "All right, you're on disciplinary probation. Your parents got to come in. I have a meeting with the dean or whatever." And it's a stack of like detentions, like this thick. They're like, I didn't know I had one. I have like 50.
Their parents never found one of them. That's so great. What about you, Seamus? You got a story about Vinny when you met him?
These two guys have talked Vinny up so much. I'm like in my head at the very first shift I work with Vinny. I'm
Well,
like,
yeah,
just- I'm
shit.
like,
I mean,
what
fuck.
is this guy the main guy? So I go on a break. And Vinny might not even remember this. Vinny's sitting downstairs, so he's already on his break. So I come in right behind him. I'm like, fucking eat my fucking mashed potatoes real quick. And then I'm like, I take 15 minutes, and I'm like, all right,
potatoes.
I'm away back to work. I go. Vinny's like, wow, you're a worker. And in my head, I'm like, yeah, fuck.
You probably left the plate there too, I'm sure.
No, but this is when I was
Spit on
trying to. I do all that stuff now, but this is me trying to like show to Vinny because
Yeah.
Vinny's someone.
Oh, please.
So Vinny's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"You're a worker," and I'm like, fuck, Vinny thinks I'm great. Like 2 weeks later, I realized that Vinny's a bigger mug than I am. So now I take like 2 hour breaks, but it was like 2 weeks later. Then finally we both got off work early, and Vinny's like, "Let's have a beer together." So Vinny changes into a shirt. I know right now he has like a nice tight fitting shirt. This kid used to wear like the biggest shirts ever.
My
So it's like
fucking
an
ass.
extra large shirt on him. So I was like, come talk to these girls. I'm like, how are you going to talk to girls looking like this? So he's like, I've been trying to get this girl so long.
What do you mean? The shirt doesn't matter when you have a face like this?
I didn't realize the face was as good back then, but the stubble now, it works. But Vinny had told me he'd been trying to get this girl. She'll remain nameless for like years. He hung out with me once. We all ended up in the same room that night.
We may have. Yeah. Wait, hold on. Speaking of that, you ready for this? The weirdest fucking thing happened to me last Friday here. I'm standing in front, fucking Archie Grand. This girl,
Tasty treat?
no, not attractive at all. Like literally not attractive at all. Comes over to me.
Everyone's
and was
attractive.
Like,
Yes,
and she was
in
like,
their own ways.
she's hammered, young girl.
Christina Aguilera.
She goes, man, you're like fucking gorgeous. And I'm like,
To you?
oh, yeah.
Wow.
I'm like, oh, thank you. But she's
I'm very
like,
surprised.
well, but she goes, you're like unbelievably short. And I'm like, right? It gets worse, right? And I'm like, oh, all right. Oh, thank you. And then she's like, she keeps rambling on. She's like, yeah, so what's that like being like a short man? Your life must suck, right? And I'm like, this girl is like hideous. And I'm like, I can't believe this girl's saying it. I'm like, it's really never.
What's it like being you?
I'm like, it's really never affected me, whatever. She's like, I mean, it really must suck having a face like that and being like.
You said that to her?
No, she said it to
she said it
him.
to me, like ranting
She's
on.
like,
I'm just
oh,
like,
having a nice face.
I'm just like yes her to death.
Face
I'm like,
easy in the eye and a fucking
Jesus
body of a
Christ.
boy.
I'm like,
He's in the
Little boy.
God, I couldn't believe it.
Who's the easy on the eye guy?
his boy.
Tommy Fury.
Tommy Fury, yeah.
That was a good time, actually.
Yeah.
I'd,
That was a
Very
lot of
easy on
fun. Yeah.
So
a lot of
look,
tasty treats.
we know Vinny for so long. Honestly, we've been talking shit about him the entire fucking season of this show. And you know what, Killer Joy? We'll have him be the bringer of joy today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have so
I
many
like that.
stories with Vinny. We have so many stories without Vinny. We're going to share them all with you right now.
He is the bringer of joy because he did bring us all together.
He actually did.
Without Vinny, we wouldn't even
System
know each
wouldn't
other.
exist.
You know what's funny?
The system would not exist.
I'm telling you.
Yo,
That's true.
You know what's funny? So Phil went to
system would not
7F,
exist.
but he was 2 years younger than me. Everyone thought like we grew up together.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, you guys, I'm like, I just met him at Brady Fox. The first time I saw you was at Brady Fox.
But we were like the same person.
Yeah.
Vinny brought us, me and Sparno in at the same time. One tall guy, one short guy, both very good looking, obviously. And we literally were like the same person. Like,
Yeah.
We like
We were drinking in the parking lot after.
Do
like
you remember
George.
them starting, Vinny, or not?
Yeah, for retards. I couldn't believe it, man.
Well, we talked about it once on the show. I think maybe episode 1 when me and Sparno would drink beers in the parking lot before work. And
Look, man.
what do you think about that?
Look, working at Brazen Fox, it can be very overwhelming sometimes. Like it really can.
Especially when you just started bartending for the first
Yeah,
time.
but
not even-
pretend you have
like
like
me and
a
him.
5-year
I mean,
experience
I don't know.
resume.
There's seasoned vets there. It's
even,
like
that,
overwhelmed.
even that doesn't help sometimes, just because just like say there's 50 people looking to get a drink, and you know 10 of them. And it's like, where do you go? Like, you're gonna piss off 3 people right away, and it's just like, there's always something that's overwhelming in that place.
Yeah, no
And
matter what, you get people mad.
It's a
Yeah,
beast, man.
yeah.
You know.
It really is the biggest beast ever.
And that's one thing that both of us have that I feel like we don't let things bother us.
We're
like,
so good
it's,
at
it's
that.
really rare.
Me and Sparno
It
are
gets
the
me- it
best,
gets-
maybe the
it's-
best in the world. We're the best in the world at 2 things: gambling and not letting things get under our skin.
Does things get under my skin?
Never, yeah, a little bit.
Seamus is good at that too.
We just fucking had a conversation
No,
on the
no,
show.
no,
how
you
don't
stuff's
remember
getting
throwing,
under
you don't
his
remember
shit.
throwing
No, it's different.
No,
All right.
Sparno takes the cake, man. It's
Sparno is
it's
just-
like I tried my whole life to get this guy mad.
I got
It's
mad at Phil
impossible.
one time, real bad.
What was it?
I don't know if you remember this story. It was real good. There was just 2 Spanish girls, real
Oh,
hot.
I do
I
remember
remember
this. I do
Jesus
remember
Christ.
this.
Talk about talking about the same story.
This was dead.
Actually, before you start
God.
this, Vinny is known for telling the same
No,
story.
I'm not.
Yeah.
No, you,
No, no,
in
we'll
your
do that
head, in your
after.
guys' head.
After.
Go ahead.
This
You
story
could
is
say-
great. So these 2 real hot Spanish girls are there. Some guy comes up to them trying to talk to one, and he's like, "Oh, you want anything? You get a shot and a drink." She takes his shot, gives it to the girlfriend, and then they take the shot. She has the beer, and then I'm like, "All right, whatever it is." And she's like, "Oh no, he got it." And the guy's like, "Yo, I didn't even take the shot. The girl took my shot." He's like, "I'm not paying for it." And then the girl's like, "Oh no, talk to him, Poppy. It's on him." I'm like, "Yo," I'm like, "You gotta pay for it." And then she's like, "No, he got it," and like just brushed me out. So she already took the shots. I took a beer, I threw it in the garbage. Just making more like,
Yeah,
fuck
yeah.
you.
That was good.
The whole glass, I just threw the whole thing in the garbage.
Yeah, yeah.
And then she's like, hey. And I'm like, no, get out of here. Phil goes over, and then he's like,
Oh,
what's up?
Oh, you're pretty.
Like, oh, that
Oh,
little
my God.
asshole fucking took my beer.
Little asshole.
Look, if I would have known, I wouldn't have done it.
I'm like, Phil, don't give it to her. And
Maybe I did know.
He's,
Yeah, I didn't know.
Sparno explained the whole story.
Phil, don't give her a
fucking
beer. And I know he's an asshole. Then Phil gives her the beer anyway. And I take that beer, I throw that one in the fucking garbage. I Phil, fuck you. Fuck those girls, man. I don't care how hot they are. They're real hot. I don't care.
I got him, folks.
You got
I got him.
Is that the monsters?
It wasn't even on purpose.
Yeah, I know.
We have a story about the monsters. All right, so we have so many stories.
The
We're-
monsters.
We're deviating from the story.
Forgot
thing.
about it.
So let's go into the monsters since we brought it up. Let's get the
Yeah,
monster story.
Okay, all right. So anybody that went to Brazen Fox from 2015 to 2000,
Even earlier,
No,
2012.
no,
That's
it's
2012.
earlier than that, 2012,
2012
man.
sounds bartending.
really?
Yeah.
Shit.
The monsters were
They were
like 14,
originals.
probably 13,
the
14.
monsters were the original. When me and
Yeah.
first one first
Oh, that's
started.
right.
Oh my
the
God,
monsters
I,
were the
know, I
original.
went with you to fucking Yorktown.
I went
with
Yorktown.
Oh my
We went to
God.
Davy
Monsters
Burns, whatever it is.
Goes to the Lochner story, actually.
That's what we're doing right
Yeah.
now. So the monsters. All right, we call these. Vinny called them the monsters.
I
Well, maybe you
seconded.
did.
Man,
All right,
they're
these girls,
terrible
look,
human beings.
They were very nice girls.
Easy in the eye,
Very
but
pretty.
very easy
Very
on
easy on
their
the eye.
souls were fucking
So,
disgusting.
yeah, one of them, and me had a thing. Not really. We just hung out. Nothing happened.
Thank God.
You
But-
tried so hard.
I didn't try hard.
We drove to Yorktown.
I did take her to an Elton John concert. Though. I did drive to Yorktown.
From
that's for
Yonkers
sure.
to Yorktown.
So
I
look,
Elton John
look,
concert, but
hold
I wasn't trying.
Elton John was. I want to see Elton John. I might have had extra tickets.
I guarantee they didn't even know who Elton John was. Oh, free?
She didn't.
Oh, it's
It's
free.
free.
Oh, it's
She
free.
was like very young. Well, I was young too, but I'm old soul with the music. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Who cares? So this story's great. Me and Sparno go up to Yorktown to meet the monsters. All right, the monsters are these girls that they call the monsters because what happened is the monsters always would get other people to buy them drinks for them
Incorrect.
in the bar.
Incorrect.
But the guy,
Yes.
I know. Hold on, I'll go into it.
Yes.
There was this guy. I love this guy.
I call him the dancer.
I don't know about you guys,
Yes.
but
Yes.
I love this guy.
He's a nice guy.
Real
man.
nice guy.
I think in White Plains, he's known as the guy in the A&P parking lot who would bring the carts back and
Yes.
make money that way, right?
Yes.
So this guy is like he's a homeless guy, I guess.
Someone not
Maybe not homeless.
He's not all there.
Something's
There's
gotta be
someone
off.
not right.
Something
Yeah.
wrong with him. Right,
He's
right.
clearly Not all there.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
but
very
And
obvious.
we
Trying to
would
emphasize the gritty
I
as
would
well.
always give him a free drink
Yes.
when he comes in.
Curse later,
You get
whatever.
beers.
I know you guys do the same.
Coors Light.
Mixed beers
I like the
together.
guy a lot. He was nice. He never bothered anybody. Nice guy, whatever. So I guess one night they made him buy them a drink.
They tried to-
Did
to
he
Vinny.
actually buy a drink though?
No.
Yes. No, I
You
said-
wouldn't have any
You wouldn't
money.
accept it.
I
You
wouldn't,
definitely
I
wouldn't.
wouldn't do
That was
it.
beside
Right?
him.
I was like, absolutely not. You guys
I
are not
wasn't there
letting this
that
guy
day.
buy you a
No,
drink.
I wasn't there
You
that
weren't.
day. I was
Then
off.
they went to someone else who worked over there who didn't know the situation, and he accepted the guy's money and got them like
Really?
3 drinks. And I was
I
like,
can't believe
I was
that.
like disturbed by it. I was like,
And I
this
remember Vinny
guy-
telling me this, and I never believed him.
I would love to know
Man,
who the.
my blood was boiling.
Can you
I
say
still
who the
don't believe
person
him.
is or no? Because I remember I wouldn't accept the money either. I remember you were so adamant.
could've
I didn't
been
know.
like,
I'd rather not.
It could have been like,
Okay, fair enough.
yeah, who cares who it was? Doesn't
I know.
matter.
I just can't believe that.
But I mean, how you can take the money from this guy who's obviously
Because everyone knew who he was.
he's very,
Yeah, y'all
very,
know
very,
him.
very handicapped.
I confronted them about this.
And I'm sure
I don't
they lied
remember what
about
happened,
it.
but I definitely said
Do you know what the great thing is now? And I'm not one to judge someone, but Sparrow, remember the main monster.
But wait, but what is worse is they like went over to
Big
him
monster.
to take advantage of
Main
him.
monster.
And I'm like, man, like how can you be like this?
So that's why they're called the monsters.
They are monsters.
nothing to do with the
They're
story.
monsters.
No, they are.
They're monsters. They're
monsters.
All right, but that doesn't.
But I realized that we went up to Yorktown that night.
yeah, go on
We were
ahead.
at some little dive
So
bar.
me and
yeah,
Sparno go up to
yeah,
Yorktown to meet these girls, right? This bar, it's crazy in there, right? It was like no one outside, but in the bar, it's packed.
Yeah.
So me and Sparno are hanging out with them. We're hanging out for a little while, whatever.
They pulled a monster move though.
What'd they do?
They had a bottle of fucking Fireball in
Yes.
theirs.
Yes, they had Fireball in their pockets.
So they rushed to the bar and then
We're like, hey, what are you doing? We could just buy Fireball for $2 a shot in here. It's
yeah,
Yorktown.
like, no, I got a whole bottle in my fucking purse.
I'm like, throw it out. We'll buy you shots. Don't worry about it. We're the monster. We're the anti-monster.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they probably took the shots, put it into the bottle, and was like, "Oh, I dropped it." That's the type of people that those guys.
like, oh yeah, you're by the shot. I don't care. Fine, buy the shots.
So this part has nothing to do with the story. So the
man.
story goes, me and Sparno leave Yorktown, just me and him. The girl stayed there.
Thank God.
We finally realized they were monsters.
Yeah, we realized they're
That was
monsters.
the
That
end
was
of
the
the
final.
monsters.
Yeah,
It took a long time for
I think
you.
that was the final ever seen him.
They were gone, yeah. So we come to Brazen,
wasn't
me and Sparno. Are we going to say the name? So me and Sparno get to Brazen. Vinny's working. Me and Sparno, when we first started Brazen, we would always go to Brazen to hang out. Vinny hated it. And so we kept doing it on purpose because Vinny hated
Well,
it.
can I say why? One time, this
yes.
moron outside decides to jump on top of a parked car and pee. And I'm like,
Who,
you just
Sparno?
started working. Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
you just started working here. Why would you do that? He's like, I don't know.
That's a big Sparno move. So, all right, we get to Brazen. Me and Sparno, we're already like half in the bag, I guess. Not really too drunk though. We're kind of sober. We go to the bar. We see our boy Lackner there. Lackner, who also worked at Brazen. Vinny's big time boy, one of his best
Lived
friends.
with Vinny, lived with me also.
like a big brother to
Great.
me.
So, and he actually was in Sparno's apartment. He used to live in that
Yeah.
building that we had that big Bellino story.
And he's your landlord.
And he's my landlord now. Holy shit. The connections are ridiculous. So we see, me and Sparno are at the bar ordering shots for me and Sparno. We see Lackner next to us. He's real drunk though. But
We didn't know at first.
We ordered him a shot. No, yeah, we didn't know he's drunk. We ordered us 3 a shot. Lackner now turns around. He's real drunk. I'm like, Vinny just pours the shots. I'm like, man, maybe he shouldn't have one. Big mistake. Lackner heard me say that. He goes, what? He goes, what did you say? I go, nothing. Lackner's a scary dude.
You were so scared.
Me and Sparno were scared of Lackner. He's a big fucking like a alpha male dude. So,
Strong, yeah.
so
That's crazy.
yeah, oh,
Yeah,
way
no,
more.
yeah.
He's bigger than you.
Especially back then, I was like new to the scene.
And he still is.
So Lackner turns to me and he goes, what did you say? Grabs one of the shots, takes it, takes another shot, throws it over his head, and goes into the booth.
No, it's
Hits
the crowd.
someone-
Oh, wait.
It's a crowd-
Let's explain it. It's a glass shot glass though.
Glass
Not
shot glass. These aren't plastic. Boom. Then the third one he throws at Vinny's face behind the bar. Then
was
Vinny,
so
Vinny just
mad.
turns at him, gets so mad.
guess.
What'd you
I
do?
never
Fucking
seen you
He's trying
mad.
to take all the beer off.
No, he threw one at Lackner, right? Oh no, you took it and threw it in the garbage. What do you do?
I
So
think
he's
something.
trying to take all the beer away from us.
Yeah, Vinny starts taking all the beer away from us, but then Lackner goes to him, you think you can get me? He grabs someone else's like twisted tea, pours it, the whole entire, it was full, the whole twisted tea on his head, right? Just staring at Vinny like this. You think you can get me? No one can get me, he
It's
goes.
pretty spot on, yeah. Yeah, that is. And I'm like, what the fuck are
dripping
you
with
talking
twisted
about?
tea.
The best part about it is that
what are you
Declan
mad
was on the
about?
stairs.
The best part about it is me and Sparno first started working at Brazen during the story. The owner of Brazen is standing right there watching this whole thing happen.
That's great.
And me and Sparno are like, he's going to get fired. Meanwhile,
he could do no wrong.
Declan just totally didn't care at all.
Declan
He had
loved
such a kick
it.
out of it.
He loved it.
He thought it was funny. Like we thought we were gonna be like he was gonna be in trouble. You know what I mean? For doing that.
Yeah,
but that was
I remember the same night that he like gave me a kick behind the bar. He's like, make sure he gets home all right. I'm like, fuck him. I'm like, fuck him, man.
that was one of the funniest things.
Fucking fireball.
Yeah, and that was all early and like when we all started together.
If you would have seen that, it was so funny, man.
That
was great.
There's tons of stories I got too, but
Let's get into one of yours.
I just met him. We hung out. Next minute, I'm in a room with him with another girl, and then like a week later, so I'm only in this job like 2 weeks, and I came from a bar like down in the city, so you always get tipped. Everything's good. It was a lot of corporate, 20%, no problems. In White Plains, it's a lot more volume, and you're dealing with a lot of young kids. Hey, look, they're in college. They might not have any money. That's fine. Look, I'm not a big person to people. They want to tip. That's fine. You don't want to tip. That's fine too.
Honestly,
I understand the
it's-
beauty
For
of the
some reason, this guy.
I understand the
rubbed you
beauty of the beast.
wrong
Yeah,
way.
that's okay.
Yes.
The reason why he did is because if you don't want to tip me, I said that's fine. I'll just take the slip and give it to the house. That's not my matter. This guy would take time out, take the pen, and he would like write 0, like he's digging into receipt 0.00 as a tip.
So now you're like-
0.00.
Yeah.
Like he's really taking
$0
time out
and 0 cents.
to write 0.00, right? So
It's
this is
really
really,
gonna be like,
this is
fuck
really
you.
getting my goat.
Yeah.
I think I knew you for like 2 or 3 months at this point.
No, not even.
No, probably not.
Yeah.
Right?
He was even less. I was seething. So I served him like 2 times. That's it. He's done. I was like,
Again.
Vinny, don't serve that fucking guy. Like, I hate it. I said, you don't want to tip, that's fine. But the 0.00 was really
yeah,
getting me.
it's too
Like,
much.
It's a real fuck you.
I'm tense up right now.
Fill the line through it.
Everyone has
Whatever.
been to Brazen Fox, bars always busy. So like there might be 100 people looking getting served. I'll be like, do, jump over him.
You just try to
serve
get
these people.
everyone as quick as possible.
Yeah.
You know?
So I would jump over him. I've done this now 10 times. It's like, how is he not getting this?
You're still sitting there waiting.
I've told
Come to a
Vinny.
different
No.
spot.
I've told Vinny.
But he
so
got
that-
it.
Because
Yes.
so this girl comes up and she orders these 2 drinks and Vinny's like, yo, she's ordering for that guy. I'm like, nah, it's not his drink. I remember his drink. Vinny's like, it's definitely her. I'm like, nope. So she hands me a card. I see the name. I'm like, oh shit. Vinny
It was
right.
him?
It is him. So I run the card. I put it down. I'm like, thank you very much.
To the girl.
Yeah, slides across the guy. He just starts with the 0. And as soon as he starts, I puck up his card. I'm like, come here, you. I was like, never, ever fucking come back here again. I'm never serving you. I just took his card. I just like flicked it
Man,
into the crowd.
I literally can still see it.
It's like a
funny.
sea of people. That-
But
yeah.
the same
It was
people,
so fucking busy.
Yeah, that card's gone.
the guy was flabbergasted, and the girl
He's
was
on his hands
like,
and knees trying to find it on the ground.
and again, I think Daka was in the stairs watching all this stuff.
Oh man, he always sees all the good
Yeah.
things.
Honestly, big shout out to Declan.
Yeah,
He's
Declan's
let
awesome.
us- Declan's a great guy.
He is.
He really is awesome.
Over the years, he let us get away with
He's
murder.
seen us do a lot of funny
And
things.
I don't
man.
want to like blow his cover in a bit because like a lot of people people are scared of Declan and stuff, but Declan low key loves all our stuff. He's one of my favorite people.
He's as funny as we are.
Yes.
But
He's
in
our
the show
person.
now.
Declan's done a lot of
He's
cool
just like
shit.
us.
He's done
Yeah,
running
yes.
with the Bulls.
He's done a lot of
That's
cool
awesome.
shit.
He's done all
Because
that
when I
stuff.
came back from running with the Bulls, I did it. I told Declan. He said, "Wow, I did that with Rory Dolan."
Yes.
Yeah.
He's low key like
Actually,
he
a
is.
big shout out to Rory too.
Oh, yeah,
You
Rory.
know, a
Them
lot of
boys-
these things wouldn't exist without Rory and Declan.
And
The
them-
system would not exist.
They wouldn't.
If Rory and
Yeah, you know
Declan.
Archie Grand would not
Wait,
exist.
we
Forget about
all
Vinny.
wouldn't know each other. This wouldn't be going
Yeah,
on
it's true.
if it wasn't for them.
Yeah,
You know?
that's
true.
right.
And like I said, a lot of people look they're afeard of them because they're the big bad boss. But when you get past that shell to like talk to them like
Yeah.
the way we talk,
Yeah,
they're
man.
fucking unbelievable.
Regular
Yeah.
dudes.
All they want to do
Yeah.
is, the right thing.
Obviously, everyone out there,
themselves.
your boss is always like, you're worried about your boss, but I mean, they're the same as us, regular people.
They really are.
So,
That's my Vinny story anyway.
I guess the L train story is pretty good.
Yeah, let's go.
This
to
is
that.
the
Oh, but
beginning.
we
This is
talk-
the beginning when I first met
Yeah,
you
let's
too.
go to Dallas.
We talked about this
And
actually
we're all
just
there.
to preface it. You talked about this.
Yeah,
the
every
one
Davey.
episode.
Yeah, we talked about it on the Davey episode,
Yeah. So
the L Train
Davey,
episode.
it's actually the first time I ever met Davey.
Is that what, me and you?
Yeah.
Chicken in the bun.
It's one of our
L
first
train.
times.
It's a 4 train. L
Whatever,
train.
4 train, whatever it is.
It's a fortune in the Woodlawn.
Doesn't matter. Same fucking shit.
Anyway,
We don't have to tell the whole story because they've already heard it if they watch the show. So we'll
Basically,
do it.
went to Chicken in the Bun over by the 4 train.
Yeah, and then I like to put people in full Nelson.
But
invest-
I wasn't even with you though. I
weren't
went
with
to.
me.
I don't know what the fuck happened
It was
tonight.
Sunday.
Somehow we all converged.
Yeah, I was at
For chicken
I was
nugget.
at the Yankee game. I think was
I
it
think
the Yankee playoff game. I was at Dave
He
Morris.
was to Jerry Nelly's and Sean McGovern was working.
I think that's what it was because I was probably at Nellie's. Yeah. We must have been
Yes.
on Nellie's.
And I think
Yeah.
me and Davey and Seamus may have been
Came from
working.
work, yeah.
And then
That was
Yes,
when
went
McGovern
there.
was working there, and we all went on Monday nights all the time.
Playing,
Yeah.
playing darts.
Play darts, hang out.
Yeah.
But it was definitely a Sunday. It was Sunday football.
Okay.
That day. And it was me, you, and Davey working at Brazen. We left, met you guys at Nelly's. They were closing up.
Chicken on a bun.
They were at the
Love
game.
chicken in the
and they
bun.
went to chicken in the bun. And then, when I'm drunk and stupid, I always put full Nelsons or the
So you
crab.
got Vinny, right?
So I got Vinny.
I thought it'd been your first and last time doing it, but
No.
I guess not.
So I got
you know?
Vinny, and it was all Vinny's like friends you grew up with.
No, just whatever, man. I'm fucking drunk off my ass, and you're choking me to death.
Literally choking him.
best
I'm
part
like,
about this-
I'm just like minding my business, fucking. The next thing,
But you were real pissed.
What I remember seeing is Sparno getting him, and Vinny just
I was so mad.
so mad.
I was so
The
mad.
maddest.
I'm just
So
like there
mad.
hanging out. I mean, I've been drinking for like 12
And
hours.
but the best part about it is he's bright red mad, and he couldn't get out of it.
I know, I couldn't. I'm like slamming against every vending machine in there.
No, then he got me with the vending machine.
Yeah, you heard him.
It really hurt me.
Yeah, with like the
I hit the
with
corner.
the banana.
I hit the corner
The
of the-
vending machine with like the candy with the
I'm
banana.
telling you, I think at that point you had me so long. I was like trying to hurt you. I'm like, get this fucking guy off
But
me,
he
man.
backed me up and he hit me to the corner of the vending machine and it hurt
So then
so
you
much.
finally-
I'm like, oh, and then they released the lock. Then
I think you went to the floor and Vinny like almost hit you.
Yeah.
I know. I was like thinking about it. I was so mad.
yo, I'm not gonna fight you, man.
I'm like, oh man.
Vinny like really cocked back good on him,
yeah,
and I remember like, wow, that's not gonna be good. But
yeah, I ended up
it
not
was
fighting.
fine.
Vinny, you got to get him back for that, by the way.
No.
maybe get him in full Nelson on this show.
No. You may have talked about this already. I'm not 100% sure. I try to watch a lot of your guys' episodes, but I mean, I don't think I've watched all of them. But
So busy.
Not system.
fuck you, man. I am fucking busy. Fuck you, man.
80 pound linebackers. Yeah.
We should talk about that.
Yeah, fuck you. Another.
Poison ivy.
I don't know if it's a good story or whatever, but I was working next to this guy one time when he lost an astronomical amount of money.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
that's
this is
good.
not
Oh,
nice.
yeah,
This is
I'm
not nice.
sorry.
out of
Okay, yeah, we
nowhere,
can talk.
fucking $17,500 on the first half of a baseball game.
We spoke about this on episode 1.
This pre-system.
And man, I walked outside and I called Mooch, our good friend Mooch, who's like a very good mutual friend. And I'm just like, I'm dumbfounded because he just told me how much he lost in the first half of a baseball game. And I called Mooch, and Mooch is like, Vince, don't even call me with this nonsense. You're wasting your time. He's a lost cause. He's a lost fucking cause.
Is he a lost cause?
Yeah.
And now apparently he's not a lost cause
Yeah.
because of the system.
Thank you.
So speaking of system, I've been obviously the biggest system hater ever, and I've been trying to go against him as much as possible. And I was
that going?
doing pretty well because
What?
I'm a big cash out guy. I'm a big cash out
Yeah,
guy.
your
system's
stupid
real
weird.
weird.
And, yeah.
Oh,
And he
man.
bets stupid.
Fuck,
I make
who
fun
cares?
of him so much the way he
Risking
bets.
No. 5,000 to win fucking $50.
I bet 2,000 on every game, and as soon as I'm up like a little bit, they usually give you like 400 or 500. I'm like, oh, it's 400 or 500, thank you. I'm gone. You know,
Do
but
not follow
That's
this
the
system.
system sucks.
That's a
When-
Vinny system. That's not good.
please.
not
When
follow
did
this.
the Bengals play the Browns on Monday night recently?
Like 3 weeks ago. or
We
something.
had that game
Yeah.
and we were right.
Yeah,
You went
guys had
against
the
it.
Browns. I had the Bengals.
Yeah.
And I had the Bengals every way.
There's no
and
way
then
you-
wait, it gets worse. Then I bet like $4 or $5 grand like one way, and then I hit the wrong button, and I was like,
But you had the Browns?
No, I bet the Bengals like money line like $4 or $5 grand. Like I think it was like at halftime, and I'm like, oh my god, I just risked like $7 or $8 grand to win like 1,000. I'm like, I have no fucking. It was what is it, like it was like 21 to nothing or some shit.
Did you lose that?
Yeah, I got my ass kicked.
What are you
man.
doing?
Yeah,
I was like, no, I
system.
try to fuck you guys every chance I get. You
know.
can't.
We
Well,
warned.
this is why you make fun of me.
But we
fucking every
warned
day.
you that
Vinny,
your
we're
system is so
unfuckable, man.
stupid. Because
Unfuckable.
Vinny bets 2,000 to win 500. And we're like, oh,
No, no. Not all
long
the
term,
time.
you're not
No,
going to win.
Winning a shirt,
I
unfuckable.
bet it straight.
Okay.
I bet it straight every time. But as soon as I'm up, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna cash out. I'm like, that's free money. Why not?
But
You
I
know?
said you lose that one time, it covers your whole fucking.
No, asshole. I just bet
Asshole?
straight. I bet it straight.
This guy,
What I do
don't
is I
listen,
bet it
please.
straight.
It's just-
I know you
it's-
guys bet straight. All you guys do is bet
music.
straight.
Love
Every
straight.
now and then parlay, whatever, blah 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 blah.
What's the opposite of music to my ears?
Fucking
Screeching ears?
like scratching the fucking
Scratch the
chalkboard.
yeah. Every time Vinny's fucking thing just
Every time Vinny talks about these bets, I put your fingernails down there.
I know what's crazy is I text you guys all the time, everything I'm betting, and you're like, "Oh, you make me sick. You're so stupid."
makes me
And
sick.
all of you, like, you're so stupid. I'm like, all right, but it was going really well until, all right, my wife.
I told you, you lose one, you're dead.
Wait, you know, I work a lot. I don't care what you say.
Oh
you
my
know,
God.
Look. My wife. Hold on. I'm married. My wife is very pregnant. When I get a
Ah,
chance to hang out with her,
We can't wait for little Vinny.
yeah.
little Vinny's on the way. Little Vinny's due any day now.
Oh wow.
Very
But
excited.
When I hang out with my wife, I try to hang out with her, but sometimes she falls asleep next to me. So when she falls asleep next to me, I kind of go a little crazy on Monday Night Football, and I got screwed last time. So ever since then, I haven't bet really.
The
You
only-
went against Mr. Monday Night.
I did go against
Yeah.
Monday Night.
He's the guess only biggest insult I can give to you is now because Sparno's so system that we
Stop it.
We
Please.
view
very
we
Stop
view
it,
you
stop it.
as we used to view Sparno.
Stop.
Yeah.
Stop
just-
it.
you're
Just
actually-
stop it.
Just
Okay,
digest that
listen
for a
to me, listen
second.
to me.
Just
No.
digest.
All right, so
That's bad.
Faye the Sparno.
Ooh, cringe.
Is what is Faye the Sparno like even yet?
No,
No,
it's not
it's
good.
never gonna
Faye's
get
Sparro's
even.
way up. It's great. No, for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's still retarded.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah,
That's the whole
thank
point.
you.
Yes,
Come
but
on.
he,
Those
he's
are my,
just
But
like-
he's still better than you.
Oh wait, speaking of the other guy that I used to like live with, Wagner, one of my like best friends. I remember when I was living with him, he would call Sparno like early Sunday morning. Yo, who do you like?
Yeah,
Ask
he
him like
did.
three, 4 games, and he'd be like, "Oh, okay," and bet the complete opposite way.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yo,
He's
man,
the original system.
Like,
He's
yo,
the original system.
Look, he's a hard worker.
He's actually
everything
really
else,
smart.
But you
Maybe
know what?
he-
He's a fucking genius just for
He's
that
real smart.
alone.
Maybe
Just
he
for
is
that
system.
alone.
Well, that's basically how the system started.
It is how the
you were the
system
same.
started.
You were just the same as me. As much as you want to talk shit about me.
Listen, I was
Get him, Sparno.
the same as Sparno. Maybe
Yeah.
worse.
All right, so speaking
Me and
of
Sparno were the same person, as I
know.
said.
Low
Yeah.
key,
We
so
were
was I.
both terrible.
all
again.
the years
Yeah.
working the Brazen, I'd see you guys just looking like
We would
like
both
this.
have-
Wait, look, just
Yeah.
look like this. Hands like this. Looking at the TV. Looking at this TV. Not good.
All the
Not
time.
good.
Not good. Yeah, not good. Not good. Every TV, not good.
The
Not
thing
good.
about it
I'm
is-
like, yo, when will you learn? It's not good.
Never learned.
It's not good.
you did learn.
We didn't learn to stop gambling. We just learned to do something else.
Whatever you guys thought was good, you go the opposite way. And I guess that is the system. No, the system is.
There's
be
much
honest,
more,
no,
to be
no,
honest.
No
There is a
one-
lot more
The
than
system
that.
is.
No, there is. Look, I get
We
what
like
you
to
guys
dumb it
do.
down.
I get what you guys do, and it does make sense. But also, it's very hard for people not to take favorites. It's really hard for people not to take
But you
favorites.
see, the funny thing about the system is we don't discriminate.
No, we
favorite
take
under-
favorites.
I
We
get
take
that.
both.
Yeah.
You do the opposite of what Vegas does, in a sense.
Well, no, we do the
Plus,
same as what.
saying,
Well,
like,
we
yeah.
do the same as what Vegas is trying to do to you.
do to you. Yeah, I
Yeah,
get,
they're
I
trying to
get that.
persuade you.
That's
Right?
what the whole
But-
thing is.
So what I'm saying is that it's for the normal average Joe who's betting, looking at FanDuel, whatever, DraftKings.
Yeah.
Everyone sees like, oh. For instance, let's say 3 years ago when the Patriots were a powerhouse and the
Yeah.
Jets were,
Yes.
crap.
Sucked.
You take the Pats, right?
No, not necessarily.
Well, I mean,
Got it.
regular people.
Regular
Yes,
people are
regular
good.
people take the Pats.
Yes,
Everyone takes the
yeah,
Pats.
yeah.
So like you guys just do the opposite of the majority of people's instincts.
But you know what's funny about this is that let's say, all right, the Pats versus the Jets in 2000, whatever, right?
It's like a given.
It's not
It's a
about
given.
just taking
It should
the
be a
Pats.
gi- it should be a
It's
given.
about what
The
that
spread.
spread
What
is
the line
first.
is.
Yes,
Exactly.
of course,
Yes.
of course.
Because
yeah,
if
yeah.
that spread's minus 3 Pats, then you take the Jets. If
Yes.
that spread's minus 17 Pats,
Like-
then you take the Pats.
That's it. A
good
If it's
example-
minus
Yeah,
7,
yeah.
then it's a no,
No
bet.
backs.
A good
That's
example was the
whole thing.
Cowboys this week against the Packers.
What was
Cowboys
the
only
line on
what?
that?
Minus what? What was it?
Cowboys ended up going minus 3.5 for the game.
Yeah.
But it
so
was 5.5
the Packers
early
are
in the
playing
week.
horrible this year.
It's such an
Lost
obvious
5 in a row.
And
system
the
bet.
Cowboys are a good defense. They're a good team.
For the record, I cleaned up very nice on an opposite pick of you guys. You, Jack Espolino, said, "Oh my God, take the fucking was it Jacksonville or was it with the Giants?
Yeah, yeah,
Whatever it was, I went the opposite.
I
You
took
guys
the
were down
Giants.
there.
You
took the
I
Giants.
went
So we done the same thing, yeah.
There we go. I went crazy heavy the other way.
Oh.
That's why he's that
I was,
system.
I can't wait to screenshot this and send it to them.
I got to go forward. We got to go to more stories because it's getting late. We got to go through more stories.
It's not making it famous. You got to keep going.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's do Blue
What is
Jacket
that?
Kid.
Wait, what
Let's
is
do
that?
Blue Jacket Kid. please.
Naked and famous?
What is that?
It's,
I don't know. Your
what?
buddies?
Yeah, what? What is that?
It's an inferior bar in my
Nice.
plans.
What is it?
It's an inferior bar in my plans to
I never
It's
Archie
called the
Grand's.
Blind Pig
I
or
never heard of
something.
it.
Yeah, it's-
I never heard of that.
All right, well, Blue Jacket Kid. Let's do that. Let's do Blue Jacket
Fucking
Kid,
guy,
please.
man.
so many blue jackets.
Blue Jacket Kid is a kid who came into Brazen with a blue jacket.
Oh, man.
That's
there
it.
you go.
So what's
this
the
guy-
original Blue Jacket Kid story? There's
So-
two.
You and I were working. I think it was a Sunday, and he was there Saturday night. He lost his jacket, so
Okay.
he came in looking for his jacket. And we're like, "All right, we'll look for it in the coat room." He's like, "It's a blue jacket. It's a blue
Yeah.
jacket. It's a big Jack Albanian guy."
Yeah.
He's like, "It's a blue jacket." I'm like, "All right, man. I'm gonna have to look for it. There's nothing in there." He's like, "But it's blue." He's going on about it's blue. It's blue.
Like, oh, we can't find a jacket. It's
not
like,
here.
yeah, but it's a blue jacket. Like, yeah,
What makes a difference?
Like, what color is it? I mean, at one point, it was just like, "Well, so what color was it though? I can't find it. He's like, blue.
I take it,
sure it's
I take it like a red jacket. Is this it? It's like, no. No, it's blue.
So that's the original
But
story.
this guy's jacked.
He's
Yeah.
big.
Tall as hell, like fucking huge.
So there's actually 3 stories about
I think
Blue
he spent
Jacket.
money too, which
That's
I like.
the original Blue
Yeah,
Jacket
it
story.
depends.
No, the
Depends.
beginning it wasn't.
All right, go ahead.
At the start, it wasn't. Then he went to jail, came out of jail, or apparently,
Learned
who
a
the fuck
lesson.
knows?
The
you know?
second Blue Jacket Kid story is when he was with the lady who was slow.
Okay.
So
Wait, it was slow.
the lady was
No, this is what Phil remembers most of me because I was like, man, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
honestly true because I love that lady. She was such a nice
She's a
lady.
very nice lady.
So this lady would come to the bar and she always has like a chocolate martini or something.
Some shit like that.
So, but she was such a nice lady, but she definitely had a little something wrong with her brain.
I don't know.
there was something wrong.
No, maybe
Yeah.
like a speech impediment. Something
No,
like
it's
that.
just,
Something was
something
wrong
with her.
But she was so nice, and we always got all the bartenders got along with her very
she's a
nice.
very
She actually,
nice,
she actually
lovely
still comes
girl.
there.
Super nice lady.
She still comes there on Saturdays.
So
She's just a very nice lady.
For some reason, I always served her at that time, I think, or whenever I was working. So she must have just sat in my section automatically when she came in. So one time, she's sitting there drinking, and Blue Jacket Kid comes
it's
in.
like on her fucking like personal
but
space.
it's like-
Like this.
no, he
in front of-
grabbed her
it's front
ass.
of-
No, he
it's front of me.
didn't.
Yes.
They're in front of me for some
No,
reason.
first of all, he was trying to get her to buy her a drink.
Buy him a
Blue
drink,
Jacket
yeah.
Kid always never had any money. We'll talk about that later.
At the start.
We'll talk about that later.
At the start.
Blue Jacket Kid never had any money. He was trying to get this nice lady to buy him a drink. Blue Jacket Kid's actually a good-looking dude.
Yeah, he was easy in
Yeah.
that.
There's another story about him being a good-looking dude.
I know. It makes no sense. Yeah. It's unbelievable.
I think she actually did buy him a drink, right? I think
I think
so.
she bought him
She
one.
money like that.
She bought him a drink, and then we kind of like after that he kept trying, and he grabbed her ass.
It was something like that. And then he kept like,
Yeah.
trying to like, he's like, then he had like 2 or 3 more beers. He's like, no, she's paying for it. I'm like, man, she left. What
Like,
the hell
no,
are you
she's not
talking
paying for your
about?
drink because we like her and you suck. But when he grabbed her ass,
I think she may have left.
Vinny got mad.
Yeah.
Man, she's like,
That's
You're not gonna get mad.
the player
Yeah.
hater thing.
she's like 60 years old.
Vinny got
Why
real
would
mad
you
at
not
him
get mad?
and literally grabbed him and threw him out. So he's throwing him out, and I'm like, Sparno, Blue
Idiots are
Jacket.
you guys are laughing at
I
me.
grabbed Sparno. I'm like, yo, Vinny's throwing out Blue Jacket.
Yeah.
Kid.
Vinny's getting his ass kicked. We gotta get.
Let's go watch
He
this.
could kill me
So
like that.
we
He's so big.
literally, me and Sparno ran to go see what's going
yeah,
on
Vinny, go
with him,
back
Blue
in the bar.
Jacket Kid, and what is going on.
So
Tell
we actually went up the stairs.
Yeah.
Went that
yes.
way.
yes.
Yes.
So,
So I don't know why I went
Let's
upstairs.
Sparno tell it.
But then we went up the stairs and I give Vinny, we got this. He likes us. The Blue Jacket story.
He loved me in you.
I don't know
Yeah.
why.
So like, we're letting him at the back. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, but you gotta go. You pissing him off. He's like, yo, you guys are cool, but that guy, he's a player hater.
He goes to me and Sparno. He's like, you guys are cool to me and Sparno. But this guy, player hater. From then on, we've been calling Vinny a player hater
Yeah.
since then. This is like
He's still a
10
player
years.
hater.
Yeah, that's player haters fucking the
He's
greatest
a player
words.
hater. He's grabbing a 60-year-old lady's ass. This guy called
I'm
me
the
a
wrong
player
guy.
So then
in the
another
wrong.
time, let's keep going, Blue Jacket Kid. Another time, Blue Jacket Kid walks in the bar.
Okay,
He
I know
comes
what you're
right
saying.
up to me in the bar. He goes, let me get 3 blue labels on the rocks.
First name for Louis the 13th or something.
Yeah, you have Louis the 13th? I go, no, man. He goes, okay, let me get the blue label on the rocks. 3 of them. I go, bro.
I'm pretty sure I was working next.
I go, bro, yeah, you were.
I'm like,
I
there's
go,
no
bro,
way
I
in
know
hell.
you got no money, man. You always come in here looking for. I'm like, I'm not going to pour that because I know you got no money. He literally reaches into his pocket.
It's like $20,000.
And takes out the biggest wad of
Like,
cash
easily
you've ever
$20,000.
seen. I'm like,
And we're like, what the
the
fuck is up with this guy? He's like, I just got out of jail, man. I'm like, we don't want to hear
He's got
it.
a jail. He's bigger than ever.
Yeah, huge, man.
He had a huge thing of cash. I'm like, all right, I guess we'll pour this fucking
But to this
blue
day,
label.
we have no idea what his real name is. Right?
I have no
Just
idea.
what he
Right.
does, anything, where he's from. There's like 4 really funny encounters with him.
Oh, yeah, the next one.
Oh,
the girl.
yeah. Oh my god.
Vinny loves this one because he hates it.
I mean, it's pretty funny, but I'm just like, whatever, you know? It's like,
So what happened?
so next thing, these 2 pretty girls just come into Brazen all the time. And then, like, I don't know if, like, was one of them want to hang out with me or you? I don't know, but whatever.
It was you.
It was me.
Wow.
And then next thing, they're like, "Oh, you want to like when you get out of work, you want to hang out?" And I'm like, "I don't know, maybe." I'm thinking about it, whatever. They're like, "All right, we gotta like kind of like wingman with me, whoever the girl was." But this guy's coming, and this fucking guy shows up.
It was Blue Jacket.
I'm like, yo, no way in hell. I'm not hanging out with this fucking guy.
The best
He
part
hates
about it
me.
is the girl. Remember we caught them saying how good
Oh
looking.
my god, yeah. Before he got there, like this guy's like fucking like Brad Pitt. And I'm like,
He's the best looking guy we've ever met.
I'm like, but he's good looking. But
We're like,
I mean,
who
he's
is this
like,
guy?
But
It's
he,
Blue Jacket.
That's it.
But I bet you he couldn't pass like 8th grade math.
No,
like
definitely not.
easily. You know what I mean?
Definitely not. So whatever, that's Blue Jacket Kid.
Well, that's great. Just
Blue Jacket is
real
funny.
quick, like you name like the 10 favorite people who came into Brazen Fox. You might go like fucking Big Tony, Julie Ickerman, and like sliding at number 9 is Blue Jacket.
I mean, for some odd reason, yeah.
Blue Jacket's in LA for sure.
Oh, 100% Blue Jacket Kid.
Wait.
Great guy.
Speaking of someone that I know we haven't thought of in a
Aikman.
long time. No.
Ooh.
Aikman's fucking the man.
Okay.
But you want to know why?
It's great. Me and Sparno, and we all had.
I cringe thinking about that guy, but I don't know. You got a kick out of him.
He's definitely dead.
I don't know.
I hope this. I would hope not.
Well, the one time,
Maybe
the
possibility.
good you want to know why story is with a dead guy.
Yeah.
Which guy?
Cabernet Eddie.
The African guy.
Oh my
Wow.
God, man.
Cabernet Eddie was this African dude. He's actually from Africa. He told us he used to smuggle
Senegal.
diamonds,
No, diamonds,
from Africa.
guns,
he actually
all types of
asked me to
crazy
go to the
shit.
airport and get some diamonds one time. But whatever.
Dead serious.
You need a gun? I'll
One
get you, I'll get
time-
you a gun, whatever you need.
There was this guy we used to call You Want to Know Why? Because he used to always come in and he would tell a story and then we go, You want to know why? And then he would never finish it.
That's it.
But what I was saying was
Cabernet Eddie was this other guy who was also just as retarded as him. The best part, like this story is like, you want to know why? Goes to Cabernet Eddie one time. He tells him something, and he goes to Cabernet Eddie. He goes, "You want to know why?" And Cabernet Eddie goes, "Tell me."
Yeah.
And they both just sit there.
His heavy African accent.
Tell me why.
Tell me why. And they just, that was it. Like that was the end of it.
Eddie gets so bad.
Tell me. And then he literally cut a guy's head off.
Yeah.
Because of that.
No, that's not what
And
happened.
blew up the YMCA.
It's funny if that is what happened though.
So what happened was,
He kind of did.
man, what happened
That was the day he
Yeah,
cut the
because
guy's
I was
head
there.
off.
I know.
No,
No,
that-
no,
we
wait,
all
wait,
worked.
Wait, I was working that day.
So was I.
Like
Silvio remembers well.
I was working the day and night at Brazen, and I always liked the guy Eddie. I genuinely thought he was
Talk
pretty.
soccer for me
He
was
was pretty
cool.
fucking normal.
He was all right.
He was pretty cool.
Just a very strong
But
accent.
sunglasses on at night, kind of weird. Whatever. Maybe he's on drugs. Who knows? But I went to CVS. You know, my favorite store, CVS.
Yeah.
As you like
You
to
love
say.
CVS, we
Yeah,
know that.
CVS is a great store. It really is a great store.
Yep.
I'm walking to CVS. I see everyone walking out of the YMCA here, coughing, whatever. I go in, buy whatever I need to buy, come out, and I mean, like the whole America gave a shut down. Like really weird. I walk back to Brazen, and everyone's like, "Oh man, someone lit a bomb in the YMCA," and I'm like, "What?" Come and find a couple days later, this guy blew himself up.
I literally remember Silvio saying that. Like he looked up, he's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, something happened to YMCA. I wonder if it was Cabernet Eddie." Literally said those words.
Crazy, man. And he was like a pretty.
It was
I don't
Cabernet
know,
Eddie.
man.
He
Yeah,
cut the
he-
guy's head off on camera. They came in and showed us the
that's-
video.
That's really what happened.
Like
He was in a lobby.
The
in the
lobby guy,
YMCA.
like
the-
the
the
cops
security
came
guy,
in and
yeah.
showed the video.
Doorman.
I thought he stabbed the guy.
Cut his head off.
Like he's like, yeah.
Doorman.
Thankfully, I didn't see out there.
And then he had a grenade.
Yeah, he blew himself with a grenade.
Blew
Yeah,
himself
yeah.
up with a grenade.
Which
So
is-
that,
That's nuts.
you want to know why? That's why.
Yeah. He got so pissed about that story, not knowing why.
He was-
He did so
not knowing
good.
why. And I'll show you why.
So then let's go to Aikman.
Aikman.
Aikman, we've been trying to get him on the show forever.
Yeah,
Aikman is a
he's,
great
he's
guy.
like an international man of mystery. He travels
really
all over
is.
freaking America. He's never
No,
around.
he's back right
He's
now.
a great
He's
dude.
back
Back
right now.
Honestly, his name's Charlie.
Yeah, we love
Aikman.
him.
Charlie Aikman used to always come to Brazen. He was actually in Forbes magazine,
No.
Westchester Forbes magazine.
Best of Westchester magazine.
Under 30
Under 30 best lawyer.
No, under 30 most successful.
Most successful lawyer.
That's what it was.
Under 30.
Declan was in the over 30 most successful. Aikman was in the under 30 most successful. Aikman is a great dude. He always used to come into Brazen.
Champagne
we
Charlie.
actually wanted him to have him on the show because when we had a good week, so we could do this thing. We probably
He was
will
a-
do it one day.
He
So
was
I
a
don't
big,
want to
big
give it
gambler.
away.
He was a big gambler at one point.
Yeah, huge gambler. No,
I
at
think-
one point, always a huge gambler.
All
No,
his
he's
John
not.
Mer-
No, he's been gone. He's
Oh no,
for like 3 years now.
He's dabbling again.
No, I don't think so.
Well, he's a
talk
big
to him.
Penn State guy.
You could be right.
Huge
yeah.
Penn State. He actually knows the system too, because I would
He-
always talk to him
he
about
knows
it.
the game.
But he was funny, but every time he come in, instead of like most of us, like I might go for a vodka soda, Phil might go for a fucking pint of beer. He's
gets a
like,
bottle of
yeah,
champagne.
give me a bottle of champagne. Do you want any glasses?
A bottle of champagne or Bud Light. It's like no,
would drink
no in
just a
between.
bottle of
No in
champagne.
between, you know?
And he would meet a random guy. What do you want to drink? Oh, here, have a bottle of
Yeah,
champagne.
yeah.
He'd
Take some
buy
champagne,
people
yeah.
champagne.
Champagne Charlie.
Yeah, we call him Champagne Charlie Aikman.
But for years, me and Phil worked next to each other in
Yeah.
Brazen. Had a lot of fun. Bet on a lot of games together, even though I don't think I knew a fucking goddamn thing about college football.
Yeah.
Still
Phil
don't.
swore he knew about college football, so
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I'm listening to you. Meanwhile, at the end of the week, down fucking 1,000,
Yeah, we used to lose. I mean,
800,
this was
900,
before the system.
2,000, whatever it
I
was.
think this game was the beginning of the system, though, because
It was.
It was. This was like
It was real
This was
weird,
like when I
so it
first figured out the system. So it was Northwestern versus Penn State. Charlie Aikman's a huge Penn State fan. He wasn't there at the time. Me and Vinny had this game. We had Northwestern. I think they were like
For no
I don't
reason.
know, -3 for example, maybe.
It's completely random. Now we bet
Whatever it was.
this game.
We had zero chance. Penn State, all they had to do was run the clock out. It was like 30 seconds left. For some reason, they fumbled the ball into their own end zone. Northwestern jumps on the ball, scores a touchdown. We win because of it. The game was over. Me and Vinny are jumping up behind the ball,
fucking high-fiving,
jumping up and
we're so
down,
happy,
high-fiving.
whatever.
10 minutes later, Charlie Aikman.
It wasn't 10 minutes. It was
Not
like
even.
30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Like,
He
during
walks
the
in,
game.
comes in the
He goes like
bar.
this, he's like,
He goes, "Did you see what happened?" I go, "Yeah, we had Northwestern." He's like, "I had Penn State. You scumbag. How the fuck do you bet
No,
that?"
but I remember he was like pointing and pointing at us. And he's like, I'm speechless. I remember his exact words. I'm fucking speechless.
We loved it. And that's like kind of how the system began. Like when you see someone like that losing a bet like that, and you're like, wow, we won a bet like that finally. Maybe there's something about it. So
It has to do with this bar.
it does, but it wasn't this
Tell the
bar
story,
before.
sorry.
No, it
go
wasn't.
ahead.
It was.
Black Bear.
It was Copperface.
I think I maybe went to this bar maybe once or twice in all the years. It was,
I used to come here a lot, but whatever.
But I was anti because they tried blaming this guy for something.
Oh my god, he
that
goes
he
to
didn't
the
do.
try and start another
Oh,
fucking
yeah,
story.
yeah,
Jesus.
I remember
Jesus.
that. I remember Vinny was really anti that.
I was
So
anti,
whatever.
and
Let's
you
not
guys,
talk about
you guys
that.
didn't believe me.
So I'm known for wearing stupid clothes. I mean, it's just everyone knows that.
Yes, you are.
So Vinny, go on.
Cheap, stupid, juvenile.
Yeah, children's stuff.
I keep
Children's
going.
gear.
Yeah, childish.
We get it. All right.
Yeah. So when Phil meets a girl and he goes out for you think
So,
he made up his
I don't know
game.
what the fuck was going on, but one night Phil's like, "Oh, let's go to White Plains," and I'm like, ugh. My days off, I'd never really like going to White Plains.
Yeah, he had this.
So he picks me up one time. He's with
Girl, it's okay.
a girl.
It's okay.
Years ago, bro.
So long ago.
I was with this girl, Victoria.
Yeah.
And
Hello.
I don't know. We park in one of the parking lots over here, and we're walking. They start arguing, and next thing you know, she's like, "And you know what? I fucking hate the way you fucking dress.
No.
You dress like a fucking little kid. He's blue sweatpants on and a SpongeBob shirt on and dirty sneakers.
And then
And you got
she's like
fucking
a-
dirty sneakers. And she's like ranting
And
at
a
him.
SpongeBob
and
shirt.
I'm just sitting back there like fucking dying. I'm like, he does look like a fucking idiot, you know? I'm like,
You told this story 10 times better an hour ago.
Oh.
But meanwhile, you wear the same fucking shirt still.
Sorry.
Yeah, we love the SpongeBob shirt.
How? How can you like that shirt?
Vinny
awesome.
totally botched that
Man, it wouldn't even
story.
fit me. It wouldn't,
That's why he's a system killer.
It wouldn't even fit. That shirt wouldn't even fit me.
Killer
Totally
Joy.
botched that story.
Killer
Because you told
SpongeBob
it 20
stories.
times. It was so much funnier half an hour
The
ago.
girls
when
are
you
dressed
told it.
nice.
Yeah.
No,
Didn't make
no,
sense.
that's
She was
a different
dressed.
story,
She was easy in the
moron.
eye.
He's in the eye. Right.
Phil
easy
looks
eye.
like a moron.
No, that's that.
right.
The girls dressed like hookers was kind of like a different story.
No,
Oh.
that was but you said it so much better before.
Don't allure me. Don't allure me.
We allure them.
My first language is English.
You
My
and
first
Lear are very
language is
similar.
English, not like a
You and Lear can box
I don't
a
know what the
fucking-
fuck a leader's first
a bit, no problem.
language was, but it's definitely not English.
All right. Vinny has this story that he always tells all the time.
Yeah.
So
All the time.
Sparno makes
Oh
fun of him about telling this story all the time.
All the time.
Vinny claims that he never tells a story. Meanwhile, me and Seamus have both heard it at least 50
People in
times.
Ireland know about it.
So we all three of us have one story that we tell all the time.
Yeah,
So,
so-
we're gonna tell you them right now.
So after work, we always
We always
have
have
yes.
a few beers.
we always have a few beers and tell these stories. Like we just tell about our night, or just some bullshit story. So we happen to say these stories a lot. Vinny tells the jet ski story a lot, which we'll get into, and we all say our stories. So who wants to go first?
So
Well, let Vinny go first because he's the original.
no, he'll go last.
Man,
Okay.
I don't
Yeah,
need to,
Vinny should go last. He's the guest.
God.
So
My story I like a lot.
Sparno story's great. I love this.
I was
story.
like 18, 19 years old. I had the Acura that you loved.
Oh my god.
The old
Old
model.
version. Yeah, okay.
old version.
Little speedster.
All right,
So,
that's pretty good then.
I used to drive a lot with my friends. Like, I had my dad's little badge. My dad was a cop.
Sparno could not get in trouble in Yonkers
Yeah,
because
anywhere.
of this badge.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
Anywhere in New York.
anywhere in New York.
Anywhere in New York.
The country,
You're not
the
gonna
world,
had the
the
ultimate
fucking
badge.
world.
Get out
Yeah,
of jail
if
If
free.
anyone was driving drunk, it was him.
Yes, I always was the one driving. So I picked my friend up who, actually, it's funny, he's actually a cop now, and another kid. And we pick him up, whatever. We're driving like in a bad part of Yonkers, like in South Yonkers. And I'm going down the street, and some like white car pulls out. It was like a taxi car, like a Crown Vic. Cuts in front of me. He runs to the stop sign, almost hit into me. So I'm like, what the fuck? So he literally just got beers. We got a 12-pack.
And you're under 21, right?
121.
Drinking beers.
Had 2 beers and a cup holder.
Yeah.
The light's red. Now he's in front of me at the light. I'm like riding his ass, being an asshole.
You're trying to like make
Yeah,
like,
pumping
yeah.
him. So the light's red. He's in front of me. I'm taking a slug at the beer at the light. Literally drinking and driving. I wasn't drunk. I just got the beer. So the light turns green. He pulls over. I get in front of him. He's riding my ass. So I'm like giving the whole brake check. Like he's on my ass, All of a sudden, the lights turn on. It's a cop. I'm like, oh my God. So they come running out, like, take the keys out of the ignition, take the keys out of the car. And then I'm like, oh, they take the beers we were drinking, they take it out of the car, take the 12-pack out. I'm like, oh man, we're fucked. So I show the badge. He's talking to his partner, and they're like, basically, what should we do here? They literally, I swear to you, put the beer back, the 2 beers we were drinking, back in the cup holder, put the 12-pack back in the car, and like go home and thank your father. And get in the car and storm off. I'm like, yo.
That is awesome.
I'm not even 21.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
That explains why the way you are too.
I know.
Yeah, no, it really does, man. It really does.
White privilege.
He's like
Ultimate.
he's like a cop's cop. So
He was the cop who would be in charge of making sure the cops did the right job.
He's eternal affairs. So
So that's why Sparno could do no wrong.
yeah, no wrong.
And Seamus, let's go.
My story was because, again, this is back. Everything I ever done bad in my life was in that first 2 weeks of the Brazen Fox, throwing the fucking credit card. So one night, finally, I got a night off, and Sparno, he's like, let's go. I'm meeting these 2 girls. He's like making himself out like he's like some Lothario. He's the one who gets the girls. I'm like, all right, let's go.
Yeah.
So me and Sparno go on a double date to the cinema, which is retarded anyway, to watch some movie.
What's the cinema?
Yeah, this one here.
Down here, yeah, in White Plains. So coming up with White Plains, went to cinema to watch. I don't remember the name of the movie house, the multiplex, the old moving pictures.
The movie house.
What do you call it?
Ireland is so
Fucking movies, man. The movies.
The movies.
Jesus Christ.
I just want to call it the cinema. Leave me alone.
yeah,
Went to the cinema.
Go for it.
We like
So we had Sparta on a double date. I'm watching fucking. I can't remember the name of the movie, but let's just call it The Conjuring 2. So I didn't even see the first movie. Now I'm watching the fucking sequel.
It was horrible.
With him and 2 of the worst girls ever. So the movie's halfway through. I look at Sparno. I was like, fuck this. I'm out of here.
left mid-movie.
Left the girl there.
Oh, that's fucking great.
Left Sparno.
That's awesome.
So I go up now to hit the strip. So I go up and meet one of the
my
guys.
God, that's
An Irish
fucking-
guy we used to love, Boy Amit.
yeah.
The
Oh,
best
the best.
ever. So I'm like, Amit.
And you know he watches this.
I would
Yeah, he
love.
watches this.
Does
He does
he?
watch,
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
fuck
watches
Amit.
it,
I love
man.
you, man.
Give him a text
Miss
today.
him so fucking
He's
much.
in Ireland, right?
My group messages aren't working. So
That's
anyway,
so funny
sorry.
you mentioned him.
Yeah, it's great.
Because we were
I
just
didn't know
talking
that.
about today.
Yeah.
Went up, so he served me Jaeger bombs. I used to drink Jaeger
He
bombs.
loves Jaeger
back then.
bombs. That's
so
why I
he
do
was
it.
like, have Jaeger bombs, Scooby. I'm like, all right, I'll take a Jaeger bomb. So I'm drinking Jaeger bombs. Sparno finally shows up. He's pulled it from the girls too. So I'm like an hour ahead of him. So we come across to this old bar, which it used to be as well. Had a few Jaeger bombs there. So now I'm crossing back the road. We're going to Hudson. So the cops are always parked outside the front of Brazen Fox in Hudson on a Saturday night. So I'm walking across the front of the cops. And I'm like, hey, how are you? It's like waving at them because, look, I'm always respectful of the cops. They come into Brazen Fox a lot. So I open the Hudson door and like working in this industry, there's people you hate, like customers. So I open the door of Hudson. This guy's looking right at me. I'm like, oh shit, I hate this guy. So I literally just close the door and just take a piss right there. I'm down with the toilet. So the cops who I've just waved at 10 seconds previous now look at me going, what is this retard at? Come out, and they're like, what are you doing? And I'm like, So they had to arrest me because the main chief of police was there. So they took me in. I got arrested. I'm sitting there fucking like literally trying to break these cuffs off.
You got to hear Sparno's side of this story.
Oh
too.
my God.
Sparno, tell us side of your.
So yeah, you've seen this happen or
Yeah.
no?
So they didn't really know us back then because we just started working.
But still waved at them.
Yeah. So you get arrested, and I'm like, where is this guy? And I see you in the back of a truck.
You guys got to sync up this story.
So then I'm like, all right, I go down to the police station and try to get him out.
Yeah.
So I go to the police station, like, bailed you out, and you're fucking cursing out being a complete idiot.
Yeah, well, I was so drunk, and the guy was so many Jaeger bombs, and the guy was like, he's like, you had to pay $100 to get out, like is it like a bail fee? I don't know what the
Yeah.
hell it was anyway, but I give this guy $100.
Yeah, it's like a real
I
fucking
paid it.
J1er.
I paid
It's like
it.
a fucking J1er.
I really was back then.
Yeah, man.
Sparno comes, he's like, oh, thank you very much. The guy's like, here's the summons.
They give you a ticket for the
Ticket-
court appearance.
Court date's like 3 weeks later. I'm like, I don't want it.
You ever smacks out of his hand, throws it on the ground.
Threw it in the garbage.
Because I'll throw you in the
my.
fucking slammer so fucking
You
quick.
guys get something. I shame it. I
And
push him.
Sparno's like,
Like,
oh,
let's go. Let's
I'm
go.
so
go.
sorry, so sorry.
So sorry.
for him.
I show him the badge. Go, Dad's a cop.
It worked again.
So I pushed him out. Like, let's go. And then we literally right outside the precinct. Get into my car. He takes the piss again.
Right on the,
Right in front of the
precinct steps.
Right on the
Taking a
steps.
piss.
I'm
You know,
like,
you know what's
oh
crazy,
my
Sparno,
God.
is you don't get mad much. I remember you like called me after that. And you're like, this fucking idiot. After I just
Yo,
got him out of
man.
trouble, like pissed right by the police. I remember you, like, you told me that.
Real quick to end that story, and I kind of lost the summons or whatever. It was like 3 weeks later. So next one is like my date was like 10:30. I called Sparno like 10:20, and we're down in Yonkers. I'm like, you gotta get me up here. He drives up the Bronx River
minutes.
Road in 8 minutes.
I picked you up by 10:20. I had to be there at 10:30, whatever it was.
Biggest thing I ever walk in. this judge is being so nice to people. He's like dismissing everything. I come up. He's like, you know what? You're guilty. It's not it's a misdemeanor, so it doesn't mean anything. All right, I'm guilty. He's like, all right, it's a $50 fine. You've paid $100, so go and get $50 in the window.
Yeah.
I was paid.
Yeah.
I was paid $50.
Yeah, you bail back.
That's great.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I always thought I was going to get sacked in the Brazen Fox. I'd only worked there 2 weeks, and I was so scared. And
I've heard the Irish.
if you're watching
Nicky
this-
was with us too.
Mickey was there too.
Wow, the best.
He was the one guy. Oh, it's funny. You gotta drive a little faster here.
You like that accent?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I do his voice pretty good.
So that's the story I tell a lot.
Well, we're going to my story, the Mick Gasparino story. I tell it so much that I told it on Dano's podcast.
Yeah, it's your podcast now.
Naked and Afraid?
Wait,
Yeah, the Naked and Afraid podcast.
wait, what?
Wait,
Okay, Naked and
Naked and
Famous.
Famous. Naked and
Produced
Famous
by-
podcast. I always say it wrong.
No, wait, what is that?
It's
You can't wait for Dano to see that. So, all right, Mick Gasparino. Here we go. So, I was working at Fogarty's in Bronxville at the time, and I tell this story all the time. This is my story. So, I played Irish football. Seamus.
Gaelic football,
What
the
is
best.
what is Irish football? Tell
Basically,
them.
really quickly, it's a mixture of soccer and rugby. You have a soccer ball, you can pick it up in your hands, full contact, no pads. You just have a.
Let's break it down. It's a reason to get together and get drunk.
It really,
really
is.
is.
Let's
Yeah.
be serious.
But I played on the senior team, so the senior teams were serious. Like they paid these Irish guys to come out and
That's
play.
how I originally came
They
over. I
wanna
met
That's why
money.
Seamus came. He was good.
Because they want to beat the shit out of
I
each other.
definitely played against
They
Seamus
lose.
before we knew each other.
I know.
I was 18 at this time during the story. Seamus probably played against me.
I do remember because I said he used to drink in Fagan's, which is a big bar where my team went, and he
Yeah.
was there, and he's tall and whatever. But he used to remember. He used
What
to
team
work-
were you on, Tyrone?
Tyrone, yeah.
And I was on
Cheating
Donegal,
Tyrones.
and I think they hated each other.
Yeah,
they were
we did.
enemies.
They were rivals.
Donegal, they called them the cheating Tyrones.
That is right.
That's him.
Oh, they're about that.
That's me in a nutshell.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
So we probably really knew each other kinda before we actually really met, but
Yeah.
we never would know.
No.
So whatever. I've gotten a game. They wouldn't put me in the game because I was American, but I was really good. Like I was an athlete. I could jump real high. I have great hands. You know, Sparno hates it.
I know.
but I was
Best
an
hands in the
athlete.
business.
Seamus knows I'm a great athlete. So Vinny knows too, but they won't. They'll never say it.
They're too small.
They'll
They're too
never
small to
say it.
realize.
Wait.
The onion throw.
Man.
All right,
That's for
come on.
another day.
Save it for another day.
So whatever. They didn't put me in the game because
Arnie.
I was not Irish. So finally, I get in a game, right? I get in a game, I'm the full forward. Full forward means you're basically the striker. In soccer, it would be a striker. So all you got to do is catch the ball and score a goal. So I'm good at that. I can jump higher than these stupid Irish
Chicken
guys.
in high.
And catch the ball and score a goal.
They jump,
Very
you throw.
easy.
I know.
So I catch the ball twice, score 2 goals. You normally they hit the ball over the
Top for like
over
a
the
point.
top. So it's 1 point to go over the top, 3 points to score a real goal, like a
Yeah.
soccer goal. So most people just hit it over the top real easy to get 1 point. But I'm a fucking greedy, athlete,
Greedy Italian.
maniac. I score 2 goals in this game. I get the ball twice, and I happened to score 2 goals.
He's the talk of the town.
Talk of the town. Talk of the town.
All 6 people know.
So yeah,
Oh,
so like
man.
the next week, like, after the game, like 2 days later, I go to work at Fogarty's. I'm like the waiter. Mr. Fogarty always reads an Irish newspaper, the Irish Echo, it's called. So he's reading it. I go,
good.
hey, Mr. Fogarty, when you're done with that, can I get it? He goes, yeah. So he gives me the paper. I'm looking in, Donegal game, reading the paper. It goes, and Philip Mick Gasparino scores 2 goals for Donegal.
The Irishman.
My name is Philip Gasparino. They made me Irish by putting Mick Gasparino in my name.
And that's the good thing about they all grew up in a very Irish neighborhood.
I was the only Italian in my neighborhood, basically, growing
So
up.
Vinny too.
Well,
yeah, Vinny as well.
We all had Irish friends, though.
I know, it's-
That's why we're bartenders.
It's me and
we're
you.
bar owners
That's it.
now.
It's me and you. That's it.
But that's the good thing that Phil has this story is when he tells it so much because down in Irish neighborhoods, as soon as you tell an Irish person that, they love it. Like they lap it up.
The Irish people love that story, man. Like I told it on the Naked
I love
and
it.
Famous podcast. They both like Dano and James love that. So everyone loves that story if you're Irish. Whoever, Seamus' cousin's gonna be watching the show.
Yeah, it's a good story.
You love the Mick Gasparino story.
Hold on. Any of you guys know Devo?
Yeah, he works at Mickey's Plains.
Yeah.
Mickey's, right? So like literally, I was completely joking. My first day in Rory's when I was like a bar back, whatever, busboy, whatever. I knew he was Italian, whatever. And they're like, oh, this guy's Italian too. Like, Irish guys, like, they love fucking around.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, let's stick together. He's like, yeah, let's stick together. Fuck you. I'll never forget that. And like
He
thought-
said, "Fuck you."
He said it to me because he thought I was serious. I'm like, I'm not fucking serious, man. What the fuck do I care?
Funny. All right, well, then this is a build up to your
Let's
story.
go to Vinny's story.
This is
Man,
one of the
this-
original stories
This is a
ever.
very famous story he
Oh
says
my
about.
God.
It's
The
birthplace of all
You
the story.
deserve a fucking muzzle.
Sparno tells us that
Yeah,
Vinny tells this
really,
story
yes.
all the time,
But I
but
don't.
he does.
I've heard it 100 times.
My God. I think I was 21 or 22. If I was 22, I was probably too old. But 21 on spring break.
No, you must have been younger than that, man. Spring break.
No.
Well, yeah, I
You
guess.
were rocking when you were 21? Spring break?
I think I was 21 or 22. But I went to Acapulco. Me, Sean McGovern, Brian Higgins got a room. I don't know
What a
why. Yeah, what a group. I don't know why or what the fuck happened, but we got there a day early before everyone else that we knew from like Yonkers, Bronx, Westchester, whatever. So we get there. We put our shit in our room. We had like a really cool room. We go out that night. We come back. As we're walking into our hotel, it's on fire. And I mean like fucking
No.
on fire. There's 2 fucking towers and one is like completely getting destroyed. like fucking destroyed, right? So next thing you know, I'm not the fucking nice guy in the world, but these 2 guys are like, oh, anybody you know, Yonkers, whatever, let's go find them and put them in our room. And I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. So we put like all these people in our room that I don't know. They don't really fucking know. They know their faces, whatever.
So you had a packed room of people
like literally 80 people.
in your 1 minute.
And-
80.
no, easily.
It's an 80-pound weed whacker.
What idiot?
80 is my favorite number. Apparently. You know?
System number.
So,
System number.
17.
no,
and 80.
really, I swear. The people, everyone was sleeping everywhere. Like one hotel room, one hotel building burned. Like not to the ground, but like to the point where you couldn't like inhabit it. It was on CNN and Fox News.
Fake news.
Fake news, yeah.
Hurry up and get to the point that I
So
like.
a couple days later go by, whatever. I don't know how this really has to do with it, but I'm fucking drunk off my ass on a weed whacker.
No, weed whacker. On a weed whacker.
Oh
I'm on a fucking jet ski.
ski.
Me and Brian
The
Higgins.
jet ski weighs as much as the weed whacker for
Yeah.
me.
Me and Brian Higgins, we are playing chicken for some reason. And at one point, neither one of us budge. And we fucking bang into each other.
Straight
Pretty
into each
hard?
other.
No,
Yes.
no one chickened.
No, we didn't move. And it was really bad. And obviously, Brian's like, I don't know,
It's a pretty big guy.
He's bigger than you.
250 pounds. He's fucking huge. He's a monster.
Did you go flying?
Yeah. Like, it's nuts.
Did you hit each other or you
No,
missed?
I literally went like way over him.
Oh, thank God.
Like out of
'cause
a fucking movie.
You would have been dead.
Yeah, it would have killed
yeah.
me, yeah.
So just flew into the water.
So then I swim back to fucking my jet ski. And I'm like, all right, man, we're fucked up. And he's like, yeah, I know. So
Was it broken?
yeah, it didn't turn on. I fucking swim up to him, whatever. I hold on to him. I get to shore and I just fucking start sprinting. And next thing you know, I mean, I swear, there's like 20, 30 Mexicans fucking chasing me. Motherfucker, get back here. You fucking owing me like 20, 30 grand, whatever fucking a fucking jet ski cost. And I'm like, okay. And you know, as Bellino said, I was pretty fast back in the day. So I was running like in and out of every fucking hotel in Acapulco until I got away. And luckily, because that fire happened, there was like extra cops at our hotel. So when they saw me and I had like some stupid pass, they're like, "Oh, you're good." And like these 30 fucking guys chasing me,
couldn't let
wanted to
them in?
kill me. They couldn't let them in.
Wow,
and I'm like,
that's
man,
awesome.
thank God, I'd
Wow.
be dead right now if it wasn't fucking.
You
that,
would be dead.
If it wasn't for that fire, I'd be.
fire
fucking
saved
dead.
you.
Yeah,
Speaking of Mexicans,
there's a main one that.
should we do that real quick before we get into Tasty Treats? We're bringing Tasty Treats over.
Yeah, tasty.
Yeah, right.
Tasty
Treats.
But
Yes,
real
dude,
quick,
treats.
speaking of Mexicans, Oktoberfest, one of our first Oktoberfests in Brazen, me, Sparno, and Seamus.
Yeah.
It was definitely me and you closing that night.
Yeah,
Right?
I was working too. I was
Yeah,
like,
me and him were closing.
So, I've known Phil like my whole life, but I was kind of just getting accustomed to his retarded
My
Behavior,
vocabulary.
speech.
Yeah, the
I
way
guess
I
you would
speak.
say.
Mean.
So Maine is like, I brought that word with me to Brazen, and now they all use it.
I'll give it-
Maine
I'll give
means
it- I'll
like
give it that.
great.
Yeah, great.
I mean,
Yeah.
only when you're around.
It
I
means
guess.
awesome.
Yeah.
I like it. I use that.
It means a lot of things, you know?
Yeah.
It's cool, you know? So we're there, and for some reason, this is one of the first nights that Mamaroneck Ave decides to close at like 2:30, I guess.
Yeah, oh, yeah, it's a Sunday night, so they kind of close early in that day.
Yeah.
So the bouncers from other places,
Oh, yeah, Brazen stayed
Well,
up
Hudson,
late
Hudson always
still.
stays up, closes early.
Yeah,
So
Hudson
Yeah.
closed early. The bouncers from there come to Brazen, and the people that work there come to Brazen.
Yeah.
So
All
that
those big
happened
nights.
that
so our
night.
staff go to Brazen Fox. On many nights, but especially this holiday night, for instance, where there was, I don't know, an extra 20, 30 people from other bar restaurants that showed up at Brazen at, I guess, 2 a.m.?
Yeah.
So there was these people who worked together who got in a...
They got in a big fight. So the bouncer was humongous.
I mean,
The bouncer from
big
all
guy.
the bouncers from Hudson were
They're
huge,
real- yeah.
humongous.
I mean, like, this guy was literally 7 feet tall. Easily 7 feet tall.
Yeah, and huge.
And like, big as hell. Like,
So he's
wide.
like at least 300 pounds. So him and this little Mexican dude start fighting, like tiny little Mexican guy, right?
Oh, wait.
The mean Mexican.
Hold on. Let's literally talk about how small he was. Because, I mean, like...
Smaller than you?
Way smaller than me.
Wow.
Like, way fucking
He's like
smaller.
5'2".
Yeah. I think he's even smaller than that. I
He
swear.
was tiny.
I swear.
Amanda size?
So he
I don't think he was 5 feet. I swear.
he winds up beating the shit out of this humongous
Yeah.
bouncer.
Yeah.
He
Well, like
beats
3
the shit out of
punches.
him.
Literally
street.
beats him, yeah.
Yes.
Beats the shit out of him. And so I just yo, that's the main Mexican.
We're watching it. And he comes back
He
and
loves it.
I swear to God, I
The main
laughed
Mexican.
so fucking hard. I'm
So
like,
every time the main Mexican would come into
But he
Brazen,
would come
I'd say-
back. He would come
I'd say,
back.
yo, the main Mexican's here.
he would come
Yeah.
back there like all the time, like drinking. And then one time he came back and we're like, oh, you got to pay your bill, whatever. He's like, oh, no fucking problem. Fucking $5,000 in his hand.
Yeah.
I'm like, this fucking
Main
guy.
Mexican.
Yeah. He's system. He's been
His
system.
system, bro.
That's
so
the
here's the
last
food.
tasty treats.
This episode's gone too long. We've seen
Real
like
long.
Bacon and Afraid. So let's bring on the tasty treats for Vinny.
All right,
but-
so
Wait, what?
Let me explain the tasty treats.
Yeah, listen.
Vinny thinks I know nothing about food.
You
Which is
don't.
true.
All right.
You don't know shit about it.
we told Sparno.
I went to the best Italian restaurant in Westchester.
Yeah, when I think of Italian, I go to Sparno.
Yeah.
But what classifies it as the best?
Sparno said so.
What's it called?
It's well known. It's all over the world.
Olive Garden? Is there an Olive Garden in fucking
You actually,
How did you guess?
you actually guessed it right.
It's Olive Garden.
That's exactly what we got. We got some Olive Garden.
Yeah, this is the greatest Italian food you'll ever have.
Not the bread.
Yeah, oh wow, the bread.
wow.
Spaghetti meatballs, pasta, chicken parm, your favorite.
This really is good Italian food.
This is
Thank
the
you,
best.
Sparno.
So
Yes.
normally we bring on the favorite food for our guests, but we brought Vinny's least
Well,
favorite.
it's system. The opposite of good.
And any drinks to go down with this thing, Vince?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Any cocktails?
I don't know. When Dano came on our episode,
I know the Nick and the Fred does a.
he brought a special treat.
Yeah.
Relax.
Do you want a Dano Dano or?
You.
Yes. So Vinny, look, we brought you
Stop
tasty
eating.
treats.
I'm hungry, man.
Dano brought us some nice tasty drinks. Do you have any for us?
Yes. So, Archie Grand is a cocktail bar.
As his mouth's full.
With-
Go on.
Archie Grand is a cocktail bar with TVs. You can watch sports here.
Ah.
A lot of things here.
So Dano told me that if it has TVs, it's not a cocktail bar.
Wow. That is.
Wait, who?
It's rule number one of the cocktail bar, bro.
Is this recording?
Continue.
Yeah.
So, wait, who?
Dano.
Dano. An Irish kid.
I'm
I'm the only Irish kid
He's
you
the
know.
best looking Irish guy you've ever seen.
He's a good looking fucker.
Very offended.
He's a good looking fucker, man.
Easy now.
Yeah.
Dano Beckham.
So what is the cocktail here?
So this is,
For fuck's sake.
for fuck's
We got
sake,
Vinny too drunk.
I know it is.
He's like
No.
Catman.
Come on, made more sense.
The system is.
this is
All right, hold on.
Wow.
Sparno brought the worst food. I brought the best. This is the grandma slice from Gino's in Bronxville. It's the best slice. Try it, Vinny. Eat the fucking thing. It's good.
Guy. You think fucking a South fucking African pizza is good from fucking...
What are you talking about?
This
This
is
is
that
awesome.
stupid place in fucking...
All right, try it. You
where
scumbag.
is that stupid place?
Eat the goddamn slice.
Scarsdale? Scarsdale?
Finish too drunk.
He got him sliced.
It's so good.
That's fucking good.
Are we rolling or not?
All right, so we finished Tasty Treats, and so we still haven't done Vinny's picks.
Yeah, but did you taste this drink yet?
I tasted it. It's very good.
It's good. Very good.
It's very rambunctious. There's a real strong taste at the start.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pretend like I know
Finish
that.
is so smooth. There's coriander in there. I'm talking shit, by the way. Vinny, so obviously you're...
Who is this guy?
Get out of there, you homeless cunt.
What are you doing?
All right, so Vinny, he's on camera here. Obviously, you're known as a system killer. So for your picks this week, I had to go for teams of your ilk, i.e. the system killers.
Oh, that's so good, man.
that.
Seamus is a genius with those
Yeah.
things.
Wow, genius.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
don't get too much credit.
All right, Vinny. So the first picks is system killer up at the top. Coastal Carolina. They're playing Virginia. Virginia's -1.5. That's college football. Do you think Coastal Carolina win or Virginia
It's
minus
impossible to
1.5?
pick these
Oh,
games.
it's Coastal Carolina.
Ooh, the system killer.
See,
Oh, good.
okay. The second team, the last three teams are going to be NFL related. The Browns, I just don't have my chalk today. The Browns are going to go up on that board. They suck. They're system killers. So
Yeah.
Browns are playing the Bills. The Bills are -9.5. Bills just coming off a tough loss in overtime. So you think the Bills cover the 9.5 spread or Browns?
Those are going to cover 9.5.
Bills.
They'll bounce back.
That's system.
They're going to bounce back.
This is great.
I love this.
I love that
great.
Vinny's so good and fucking homeless guy over there doesn't
Yeah,
have a clue.
he's doing the opposite of what he says.
All right, so now back up. We have Baker Mayfield up there. So actually today it came out he's back being the starting quarterback this week for the
Oh,
Panthers.
they're so dead.
I know. So,
so dead.
Panthers are playing Angelo's Ravens.
I can't wait to pick the Ravens.
I know. And the Ravens are -12.
But Vinny kind of has to pick the
Oh,
system
minus
killer
12.
Panthers,
Yeah,
right?
I think so. So Ravens -12 against the Panthers.
12 is too many.
Wow, you're going for Baker Mayfield?
Yeah.
System killer.
That is
Yeah.
it.
No Panthers.
Vinny.
You want Panthers?
I'll have to.
Me and Vinny never high five, but we did just there. It's very strange.
That is, yeah. Vinny's
What's a
very
high
cool.
five?
All right, Vinny. And Vinny, the last pick will go for your New York Jets. They're playing the Pats. Pats are -3, so they're the favorites against the Jets. Real quickly, why are the Jets so quick? Why are they go so good this year?
Oh, they're not. Their defense is.
Vinny, you're so wise. New York Jets or Pats -3?
Pats.
Pats -3 against the Jets.
Wow,
Wow.
against the Jets.
I never thought Vinny would do it.
That's actually really system.
Yeah, it is.
The Jets
It's
are
the Pats.
probably.
Jets suck. Let's be serious.
No,
The Jets don't
they
deserve their
actually
record.
Don't suck. The Jets don't suck.
The Giants don't deserve the record either.
I think the Jets are better than the Giants.
So do
I'm
I.
a Giants
I
fan.
actually do too.
I think the
me
Jets
too.
are better than the Giants.
Jets.
I don't know.
So that's
It also depends on your competition.
The Jets have better competition than the Giants. The Jets beat the Bills. The Giants never played anyone good.
look.
Hey, they just beat the Texans.
You're
1-6 Texans.
You're talking about competition. The only competition, Vinny, you have to worry about is Aaliyah. He went 4-0. That's your competition.
You know what's
for next
funny?
week.
He's the only one that went 4-0?
Only
Only
one
one.
ever,
the only
Vinny.
one.
They went 4-0. Alert can't really read and write.
You know what's funny? After we ate Olive Garden, Vinny just became so great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could do another hour with this guy.
We should just keep eating Olive Garden.
Part two.
Yeah. So usually this is our favorite and second favorite part of the show where we do our picks. Unfortunately, Vinny, not this Vinny, got us in here on a Monday, so the lines are out too early. We haven't really thought about it. We haven't looked at it. So what we're going to do is add a little video by the time this show comes out. We'll have our picks, our 9 show picks, the 3 Fade the Sparnos, and it'll just probably happen so seamlessly.
You won't
So-
even realize it.
won't.
It was a mistake. All right, here we are. We're making our picks for the goddamn week 13, is it?
No, whatever it was is fucking shitty, Vinny.
Vinny killed us.
Vinny is making us have a terrible week. Just want to let him know he sucks.
Fuck you, scumbag.
But here's our picks for the weekend. Sparno, go ahead.
Okay, here we go. First pick. We got Oklahoma State versus Oklahoma. We got Oklahoma -7.5. Oklahoma's -7.5. Phil Special. Unranked team. 7.5 favorite. The old me would take Oklahoma State every day. It's basically a home game for them. You know?
Yeah, Oklahoma State. It's a rivalry game.
Yep. So I'm going -7.5.
All the Sparnos will take Oklahoma State.
All day.
I would have too.
Yep. So
The old Phil takes it
now
too.
I am 1-0. Alright. Next game. I got the Lions +3 versus the Giants. Giants are 7-2, but I just think they suck.
Wow.
I know this guy's a big Giants fan. They suck. You know what? It's all gonna come down to this game. The Lions gonna win this game outright. They're +3. I'm taking the Lions +3. There we go. Now I'm 2-0. Now I got Cowboys versus the Vikings. Got the Cowboys -1.5. Cowboys come off a big loss against the Packers. The Vikings come off a big win off the Bills. I'm taking the Cowboys -1.5 in this. Everyone's going to the Vikings. They're 8-1. Everything with the Vikings here. I'm going with the Cowboys on the road -1.
They're gonna tell whoever takes Cowboys in this game, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
So we're all idiots here today.
Yes, I'm taking Cowboys. 3-0. Thank you very much.
So I did go 3-0 last week. I'm going to go 3-0 again. Start off with Saturday, 2 o'clock. It's the Houston Cougars against the ECU Pirates. The ECU Pirates are 5.5 point favorites. I'm taking ECU. The reasons being, first of all, they're both 6-4. So really, the line doesn't make any sense. Why ECU's 5 or -5.5 points? ECU just come off a tough loss to Cincy last weekend. Morale's at an all-time low. Houston just won a big game. They're happy as anything. And really, there's another thing. It's a plus a super secret season. So pretty good. No secret reasons. That gets me to 1-0. Staying on Saturday, I have the 7:30 game is Arkansas. They're at home to Ole Miss. The 14th ranked Ole Miss, and they're -2.5 points. So I'm taking the home dog, Arkansas. The reason being, again, Ole Miss just lost to Bama last week. We all saw it. But it's a big bounce back game. Everyone thinks Arkansas lost to LSU. They're playing their third string quarterback. No one knows who he is. No one even knows if the other guys will be healthy this week. So they're going in this week. Don't know what's going on, and they're only 2.5 point dogs against the 14th ranked team. I'll take it again and finish it off. Another super secret reason. System. And then I'll move to Sunday. The Washington Commanders are at the Houston Texans, and the Commanders are -3 favorites. Everyone watched that game Monday night. Commanders took down Eagles, the best team, only undefeated team in the league, and they're only getting 3-point favorites. The whole world's going to be on them. Heineke's the truth. We actually do like Heineke.
Heineke's the man.
Yeah, I read an article earlier that said that it was basically describing the Texans as a woeful Texans. They're tanking. I don't know who they're tanking for, but that's what they're tanking. But I think they're going to cover the spread on Sunday. So Texans +3 to take me to 3-0.
System. All right, here we are. I was 1-2 2 weeks in a row. Never happening again. Fuck you, Vinny. Vinny really killing us this week. We're 4-11 to start the week. This is happening right now on Thursday morning. So by the time you see this, we should be 7-11. Definitely. We'll get 3 wins today. So I'm going with TCU versus Baylor. 12 o'clock on Saturday. Baylor's a huge system. We always suck on Baylor. We can't get a goddamn win on Baylor. We can't get a win on TCU. But this time, Baylor +2.5 system. It's a Phil special. TCU is ranked 4th in the nation. They're 10-0. Baylor is like 6-4. I'm just making it up on top of my head. They're toast. Phil special +2 secret reasons.
Not 1, 2.
2. 1-0. Make this easy for you guys today. Second game. Seamus' favorite team in the world, USC. Ranked 7th in the nation versus UCLA, my favorite team in the world now for this week. Ranked 16. UCLA is +2.5 at home against the dominant USC. It's a Philly special. There's a secret reason. Seamus, I know you want these guys to go to the Final Four.
Please.
It's just not going to happen. Even if they do make it there, they got no shot.
The hell of a call for fucking
UCLA, 2-0. That's a 10:30 game on Saturday, so you know I'm going to be fucked up on that one. Here we go. Panthers and Ravens. Sunday at 1. Ravens are -13. They're 6-3. The Panthers are 3-7. Baker Mayfield's coming back to ruin this game for the Panthers. He's a huge system killer. It's a big spread. Everyone thinks the Panthers are going to cover. Baker Mayfield's back. He's going to be playing good. Blah, blah, blah. He'll cover a 13-point spread. No, not happening. Ravens are going to dominate. Probably win by 30.
That's what you actually.
System 3-0.
All right. Time for a famous Sparta. Everyone famous Sparta. Hey, look, it's like Sparta. Give us some moves tonight. Hey.
Time for the Sparno. I got 3 Sparno specials in this one. All right, all unders. The first one is Akron versus Buffalo. Akron suck. They're 1-9. The over/under is 45.5. Akron sucks. Buffalo's home. Gonna be 6 feet of snow in Buffalo. 6 feet of snow. They can't run. They can't throw. Their hands will be cold. This game's gonna go very, very under. All right, the second one I'm under. Browns versus Bills under 42.5. Again, same thing. 6 feet of snow in Buffalo. Very cold. Josh Allen's from California. Never seen snow in his life. Brissett is from Florida. Another guy never seen snow in his life. And he's black. They hate snow. So that game's going way under. All right, there we go. The last one, Jets versus Pats. I'm not sure if it's going to be snowing in New England, but I'm pretty sure it's very cold. Under 38. Division game, very cold. Both teams suck and they can't score. 3 unders. There you go. Fade the Sparno, 3-0.
All right, so those were our picks.
Some great picks.
You can,
Great picks.
You know they're going to be good,
The best.
obviously. And always watch us. As I said, episode 13. Watch us on the YouTube.
SoundCloud,
Spotify.
What's the rest?
Apple Tunes.
The Apple Podcast.
TikTok.
Not TikTok.
Oh, wow.
Come on, Vinny. He's back to his old ways.
You're
He's
shot.
back.
You're shot.
Should we get on TikTok? No. But listen, watch all those things, listen to all those things, win some money, donate.
Donate.
Come to the Instagram. Link in the bio. That's what they say in the Instagram world. Link in the bio. Click it. Donate.
Like and subscribe.
I was the first donator, by the way.
Yeah, $1.
Yeah,
Thanks a lot.
$1. Fuck you, you
Yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks
That's
a lot.
episode 13 in the books.
Episode 13.
System.